this time, if you would please turn your attention to the west end zone where members of the Guernsey County Veterans Council Honor Guard will parade the colors. As the colors pass by, would you please stand and remove your hats in honor to the symbol of our nation and those who have proudly served it. Following the game, please stay and support the Cambridge Marching Band seniors as they retire the colors. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present, under the direction of Mr. Ricky Harvey, the 2018-19 edition of the Cambridge High School Bobcats Marching Band. Assistant Director is Mr. Aaron Beatty. Student leaders are Corps Captain Roddy Martin, Color Guard Captain Allie Atkinson, Assistant Color Guard Captain Taylor Darty, and the rest of our leadership team. Color Guard Instructor is Rachel Harvey. Leading the band on the field is drum major Sydney Shockley. For the singing and playing of the Cambridge High School alma mater. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we join the band and sing our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. We welcome our friends from the John Glenn Marching Band and their director, John Kelsey, and staff.
Football tonight at McFarland Stadium. It is the Cambridge Bobcats and their home opener taking on the local rivalry, the John Glenn Muskies. Bill Kafuri along with former coach Kevin Gunn tonight, bringing you all the action here on week 2 of the high school season. Both the Bobcats and the Muskies come in 0-1, tough losses for both teams last week. Coach Gunn and the Bobcats on the road at Indian Creek, a seesaw affair that saw a late score end their hopes of getting a win right off the bat for Coach Josh Lowry. And the Muskies, a big lead early, and they saw that evaporate as Meadowbrook came back and ended up winning that game in overtime.
Yeah, both teams obviously started off the season battle tested, with two very quality opponents with Meadowbrook and Indian Creek. And the thing I liked about with Cambridge, the way that they played, was they fought tooth and nail, and they were able to battle to the very end. And being over there watching John Glenn, they had a 20-0 lead a while, and then Meadowbrook, they fought back. So both games happen to be great. The kids, there's no excuses now. You work through your adjustments, identify what needs to be coached and retaught, and go at it with a nice rivalry.
Well, yeah, but you have a new role this year. Taking all, you have to put on a headset of a different form and be the color guy here. A little different look for you, being in the press box and not calling plays.
Yes, it's just simple. I get to watch the game, commentate a little bit, and enjoy things without having to worry about anything at halftime or anything during the game.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of commentating that you did anyway, but we couldn't say any of that on the air probably. But it is. I mean, how many years on the sidelines?
I've been coaching for about 32 years, and on the sidelines, I was up in the press box, with Goody, from probably 2004 to 2012. So I've been around for a while, but I've enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to doing this as well.
Yeah, it is kind of a special night here too. We welcome you to the press box certainly for that, but it's Hall of Fame night here as well at McFarland Stadium. The Bobcats honoring some former great athletes, and we'll just mention them here. They're going to be inducted at halftime tonight. So if you're listening to this game either on the radio, maybe online, or you could be streaming the video on YRP TV. If you're wondering how to do all that, you can certainly go to our radio station, yourradioplace.com, and click the links there. But you'll be able to catch all that action. We want to congratulate and certainly an honor, all well-deserved, Bob Lilienthal. being inducted tonight. All Ohio athlete, went to Ohio State, class of 1953, back when the Bobcats played in the old Central Ohio League. But then there weren't nearly as many divisions in football then. They were the big school division playing big schools. He'll be inducted tonight, along with Charlie Ford. You and I both
Yes.
had opportunity to coach Charlie Ford in the class of 86, an excellent athlete there, and has records. You would think that with the wide open passing game these days, his records might be threatened, but 74 receptions in the season, 1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns. Those are pretty lofty marks.
Yes, they are. And actually, if you remember, during that time, you know, back in 85, 86, it was pretty much, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And for somebody to come out throwing the ball was very unique. And we definitely took advantage of having Charlie being such a great athlete, just throwing the ball up, Jody Berger tossing it around. It was a fun time for him.
That certainly made it a fun times if you were on the offensive side. If you're on the defensive side, those were pretty quick possessions. Believe me, I remember a few of those. Sarah Starr also being inducted tonight from the class of 2008 softball and basketball and All-State in both of those sports. An outstanding athlete for the Bobcats. Tabbed the ECOL and OVAC Player of the Year her senior year, and then finally tonight, Coach Gene Ford being inducted to the winningest basketball coach in Cambridge High School history. In 25 years, won 400 games, and pretty amazing for all of those people and their accomplishments, and we congratulate them all. We might even get one of them to sneak in here at halftime.
That would be nice, because one of the things that we've always preached to the kids is create memories, and definitely the inductees that we are going to honor tonight definitely presented a lot of memories for all of us to be able to rehash, rekindle, and look very proudly upon.
We're going to take a quick break here as our pregame continues, brought to you by AVC Technical Services. They can save your business as much as 40% on your computer repairs and services. We'll take a break, back with more high school football right after this.
ABC Sports presents Cambridge High School Bobcat Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Homeland Realty, B&B Body Shop and Towing, General Wholesale, and TK Auto Service.
Welcome to Homeland Realty, located on Main Street in New Concord. I'm Brenda Millison. Homeland Realty is a full-service real estate agency that can fulfill all your real estate needs with prompt attention to every detail. At Homeland Realty, we make you feel at home. We care about our clients and we listen. Stop by our office or call us at 740-261-9022.
B&B Body Shop and Towing is your partner in safety when it comes to vehicle repair, towing, and battery replacement. From collision repairs to vehicle restoration, B&B Body Shop can handle it. When it comes to your vehicle, it's your car. It's your safety. Don't be forced to take it anywhere else. You may meet by accident, but you'll be glad you chose B&B Body Shop and Towing for your repair center.
AVC Technical Services. Cambridge and the surrounding areas help for all of your digital needs. Our technical experts can provide assistance with various media and technical services such as PC repair, websites, video production, website design, and more. You can contact us via our website at avctechnicalservices.com or send us an email at help@avctechnicalservices.com or call us at 740-432-5605. ABC Technical Services.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to bumpers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
TK Auto Service is the garage that knows how important your time is and how much you depend on your vehicle. They are your tire center for Mastercraft tires and tire repairs, rotation, mounting, and balancing. TK Auto Service offers vehicle maintenance, including oil changes, starters, brakes, struts, shocks, and more. TK Auto Service, just a mile east of New Concord and minutes from Cambridge on Route 40.
Hey, this is Ted with TK Auto Service. Give us a call at 826-4916. That's 826-4916. Make us your repair service for all your vehicle care.
Maybe a little warm, but and you and I were talking during the timeout a little bit about, both teams' kind of mindset, and certainly as a coach that you think about, where are my guys after last week? Both teams, tough losses. The Muskies with the big lead, they saw that slip away, and the Bobcats battled tough in a game that a lot of people maybe didn't give them a lot of chances. But hey, where are they this week?
Yeah, exactly. And watching that game, and you're up 20-0 for John Glenn, and then you slowly see it dwindle away to the point where it was a hard-fought loss. You come in distraught, and then how quick can you recover? And for them, I'm going to assume that Coach Edwards is really going to identify, don't let Meadowbrook beat them week 2.
Yeah.
You've got to recoup. You've got to get after it. Whereas Cambridge, you go down to Indian Creek, which is always a tough venue. They come out playing well, had the lead, a chance to win. They come out and they're feeling good about themselves. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out early on here.
All of our kickoffs brought to you by Valentine Insurance. Insurance on Southgate Parkway. And it's kickoff time. Score Perkins in to kick the ball away for the Muskies. He squib kicked it several times last week, back deep for the Bobcat. Trent Valentine, along with Logan Tuttle. They're standing at about the 5 to 10 yard line, but we'll see if Perkins elects to take it deep to them or maybe squib it down the field, as the Bobcats will be heading west to east, and we are underway. This will be high and end over end. Goes to Valentine at the 7 yard line, up the right sideline, out to the 15, 20, 25, and across the 30.
He's gone.
He breaks away. One guy to beat, and Reese Perkins made the stop at the 45 yard line. That would have been gone had Reese Perkins, the safety, not been in the right place at the right time. But good field position for the Bobcats to start their initial drive of the night. They'll be at their own 43 yard line, but you got to like that, Coach, first time out.
Absolutely. You're always identifying, you need to be able to take advantage of special teams, and anytime Trent can get the ball, good things can happen.
Bobcats come out in the pistol set, wideouts each way, and 2 tight ends as well. And the handoff to Trayvon Jeffrey. He'll pop it to the left side, break a tackle to the 50, and into John Glenn territory down near the 40 yard line. First down carry for Trayvon Jeffrey. Nets the first down, and the Bobcats nearly in 4 down territory already. They're at the line ready to go. Play called, and here we go. We haven't even got a chance to set players. Jeffrey straight up the middle in another big hole, and he's taken down there by Parker Zachary. Come up and knocked his pins out, but that's another 5 yard gain. So give him about 15 to 20 yards on his first 2 carries.
Right now he's got 20 yards on 2 carries, and obviously with the defense that John Glenn is running, the plan was to be able to go inside. Now Trayvon's limping off the field, and that's going to be something that's a hard person to replace.
Yeah, he had 23 carries for 98 yards a week ago, and he comes off here limping on that left ankle, and Zachary came up that time and went low and took his legs out from under him, and he came down kind of awkwardly. So Bobcats will go to their backup runner. That's Tyler Lacey. He only had 1 carry a week ago. 2nd down and 5 for the Bobcats. Quick pass out in the right flat. That's completed out there to Tuttle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and a flag comes in late from the side judge, and we'll see what that is. And they're going to call the holding. The only other guy out there was his fellow receiver. I think that was Valentine, and trying to create a little space. Might have tried a little bit too hard using his hands. And
Cambridge counting the box, counting that numbers, and numbers called for a bubble screen, and Logan was able to, to try and make something happen. But it's a good thing John Glenn was able to converge, and that's the one thing that I was able to notice is they converge on the ball very well.
Yeah, they have good team speed on the defensive side, and that may be the strength of both of these teams is their speed.
Correct. We want to be able to get to the edge with our speed, and at the same time, they're able to combat with their speed, so it's going to see who's going to have the best mindset of it.
Cody Moore, the quarterback for the Bobcats. Lacey stays in. It'll be 2nd down, nearly 15. Back to pass is Moore. Has time, fires it in the left flat. Little bubble screen there. Tuttle has it. Out across the 40, inside to 35. Breaks another tackle very close to the line to gain at about the 32 yard line. So a nice pickup there as Tuttle came in from a 3-receiver set, broke across the middle, and the defense was sucked in pretty good that time, Coach.
Yes, it was. You know, they ran a little quick screen, got some people on the edge, and he was able to come up and make something happen with a little crease there.
3rd and a long yard out of the pistol set. High snap, handoff straight ahead. Lacey met at the line of scrimmage, tried to throw off a couple of tacklers, but a lot of white jerseys in there that time very quickly. And first contact right up the middle, J.D. German. And a loss of a couple yards there, but the Bobcats will line up and go right after it again. 4th down and a long 3, and now the Cats will step back, check the sideline, and maybe a play change here as they look at the defensive situation and see what Cambridge does here on a 4th down on the initial drive of the night.
That last play, Cambridge running inside zone, was not able to sustain their blocks. I mean, it was good on John Glenn defense.
Valentine shifts to 3-receiver set on the left side, and it'll be a quick kick by Moore, who pooches it inside the 10, and it takes a bounce into the end zone. So the Bobcats trying to pin John Glenn deep there, come away with really nothing, and what looked like a pretty promising drive. They have to punt the ball away, and the Muskies will bring it out to the 20-yard line. No score, and their first possession of the night.
In talking with Coach Lowry, one of the things that we talked about last week was the inconsistency that we had. We had opportunities, but we were unable to consistently do the right thing. So obviously, we had some good plays. We had some not, some plays we didn't capitalize on. So we need to be able to play some good defense, get the ball back, and go put up a score.
Bobcats come out tonight looking like they're going to go to a 3-man defensive front. Conte, Tyler Klein, and Hunter Sofka up front. Bobcats trying to match a spread formation with extra defensive backs. Evan Williams, the starting quarterback, and it'll be a 5-wide set for the Muskies. Keep an eye out for Joseph Clifford. Had 119 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns a week ago. And a handoff in motion coming around the left side. Brady Emerson, and he'll move forward close to a 1st down. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. That will be about a 10-yard gain. Let's see if they actually move the sticks for him.
They'll go give him a 9.
9 yards and 3/4 maybe, huh? Just short of the 30-yard line. Williams again in a 5-wide look. Has Emerson in the slot to the left side. Wide to the right is Clifford in a 3-man set. Looking that way, quarterback draw by Williams. He'll tuck it, work it to the outside, and a flag comes in.
We're going to get a clip on John Glenn.
Yeah, it looks like John Glenn, is going to be guilty there as Williams that time started up the middle, and when he went to the outside, it got some blockers out of position, and that's going to cost John Glenn 10 yards and take him back close to the original line of scrimmage. So what looked like a pretty good starting drive for the Muskies. See where they walk it all the way back to exactly the 20-yard line. So both teams with penalties in their opening drives here. Let's see if the Muskies can overcome this mistake. Again, 3 wide to the right. Larson, Reese Perkins, Gavin Thompson, Joseph Clifford, the 4 wide out. Now Emerson will hop back into the backfield. He'll be behind Evan Williams in a pistol formation. 2nd and long. First period of play, no score. Williams takes a snap. Quick pass out in the right flat. That is completed to the slot man. That's Thompson, and he'll get it up close to the 1st down across the 30, and he will move the sticks. That's the Muskies' first down of the night. Just found a dead spot in the zone that time. Cambridge
playing a little soft over there. They were pressing number 2. Number 3 was able to get the ball and make a move, and 1st down Muskies.
1st and 10. They'll spot it on the right hash, 32-yard line. 3 wide, shift to the left side this time. Clifford, the lone receiver, to the right. Williams in the backfield with Emerson. He'll hand it inside. Emerson pops it straight through up the middle to the 50. A foot race. Tuttle has an angle. Will he catch him? 20, 15, breaks a tackle and sprints into the end zone. No flags on the play. And a 68-yard touchdown run for Brady Emerson right up the gut.
John Glenn running an inside zone read. He's able to get a nice little crease. Backers did not fill, and we were just chasing from behind the entire time. Good speed by Emerson. Just couldn't get the angle to get him.
Yeah, didn't have anybody with really a good angle there. Tuttle with pretty good speed. Just kind of had a bad angle at best.
Yes.
On for the extra point attempt comes Perkins. Good snap, ball's down, kick is up. And they'll count that one good as well. And John Glenn takes the lead early tonight, 7-0 over the Bobcats. We'll take a break, back with more football on WILE-FM right after this.
For the play in the first quarter for John Glenn 7, Cambridge 3.
Back at McFarland Stadium, and Brady Emerson breaks pay dirt first tonight for the Muskies. 68 yards, a 3-play, 80-yard drive. I guess the penalty wasn't the problem for the Muskies.
No.
And the Bobcats, you get caught sometimes in the wrong defense at the wrong time, and I think the Bobcats in the second and long might have been looking past there.
Right. Everything, and you go down to the defensive line, everybody has their gap responsibility, and it just takes that little bit of lack of focus, not standing your ground, that allows somebody with that type of speed to be able to make such a great play like that. The good thing, though, for John Glenn, I'll give credit for this, is Perkins did a nice job. He came in there and kicked his extra point. It was definitely a confidence booster considering, last week, but it was good to see him get that in now.
For Perkins on once again for the kickoff. All of our kickoffs again brought to you by Valentine Insurance on Southgate Parkway. Back deep again for the Cats. Valentine and Tuttle, and this one's heading towards Valentine again. Higher kick, drives him back inside the 5 to the 3. He'll bring it to the 10, out to the 15, cuts to the sideline. Here comes a flag in behind the play as Valentine tripped up at the 20, and there are a couple of flags back about the 15-yard line. So the Bobcats are going to back up on this drive.
These are definitely against good teams. You cannot. You got to put yourself in a position to be proactive. You can't be giving them field advantage by senseless opportunity flags like this.
See Trayvon Jeffrey still on the sideline. They're retaping his leg up, and it actually looks like it might be his leg and not necessarily his ankle. But he's not going to be in certainly on this series, so that'll give us a chance to set the Bobcat offense. Hunter Sofka, Case Wilson, Mason Ogle, Job Mahari, and Cooper Conte across the front. Cody Moore at the quarterback spot. Wideouts for the Bobcats, Trent Valentine, Cooper Kearns, Logan Tuttle, Caden Whaley. And at a tight end spot, he'll split out at times as well. And Tyler Lacey back in the backfield again as the Bobcats will start this drive on their own 9-yard line. Tough break for the Cats here, down 7-0. 8:56 left in the first period, and a handoff straight ahead to Lacey, and he'll be swarmed under in the backfield. That's stopped by Eric Stillion. There'll be a loss on the play back near the 6-yard line. Stillion shooting in there from his inside linebacker spot. And without the explosiveness of Jeffrey, Lacey more of a fullback type runner. The Cats will make a move here. It looks like Tuttle shifts back into the backfield, doesn't he?
Cambridge was in a 21 personnel with Cole Mobilini in there. So with Tyler coming out now, you're looking definitely at a passing situation, trying to be able to get something to sustain some form of drive at this point in time. We need something obviously very, positive. It could be as simple as, a bubble screen. We may even take one and try and go one deep here with Trent in a situation like this.
Well, there's another flag on the play picked up here by the back judge. We'll see what the I think they waved it off. It'll be second down and about 13 for the Bobcats. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line. And still we're waiting for the officials to sort things out. And now I think we might be ready to roll now. Call from the official. There's a decline penalty, so the play stands. Bobcats called that time for the penalty, and here we go. Tuttle deep into the end zone here.
Very deep.
And he'll take the handoff, and again, immediate contact in the backfield.
John Glenn just
right up front.
Converging on
German again at that nose guard spot, having his way with the middle of that line right now. He is controlling what happens from guard to guard and up the gap. And That'll be another loss for the Bobcats, or no gain anyway.
Right.
So now the Cats will face 3rd and long and right in front of their own goalpost. So John Glenn hoping to get real good field position here. The Muskies with Gavin Thompson, German, and Dylan Westwood up front. Have Josh Connor, Eric Stillen, Blaze Baker, and Brady Emerson at linebackers, Perkins, Larson, Clifford, and Zacharick, the deep back. 3rd and long. And here come the Muskies. Quick pass into the slot. Whaley will catch it. It will be a short game. And here comes a flag in as Baker made the tackle. And that one thrown right in the middle of the line off at the hold or a face mask, maybe. We'll see. Back in the backfield in that holding area, possibly.
Personal roughing the passer, it looks like.
So the Bobcats look like they're going to get a break here. I mean, there was a lot of heat that time on Cody Moore. And
they had a lightning stun off the edge, and unfortunately, momentum carried them right through Cody, and we get the penalty, get a first down.
So the Bobcats will get a break here. Cambridge showed some explosiveness to their first drive, but a lot of that was with Trayvon Jeffrey, and he is currently on the sideline nursing a leg injury and doesn't look like he's going to be returning anytime soon. So the Cats are going to have to find a way to adapt here without their leading ground gainer from a week ago. Tuttle stays in the backfield here on 1st and 10. So the Bobcats pick up a first down via the penalty. Tuttle will take the handoff, work to the left side, trying to get to the edge. Doesn't get outside that contained guy.
Cambridge running a power read where we're reading the defensive end. Logan was able to get to the edge. Unfortunately, outside backer was coming up, make a good tackle.
Score Perkins coming up and making the stop on that play. And no gain for the Bobcats. They'll shift the formation 3 wide to the right. That'll include Tuttle, Kearns, and Valentine. Cats facing 2nd and long. Muskies able to get good pressure on the Bobcats so far tonight. 5 wide set. Moore checks him out, now puts a man in motion, brings Whaley across the formation, 4 receivers to the right. Snap goes right over Moore's head. He chases it down, picks it up, and will lose about 3 on the carry. I don't know if he didn't expect it at that particular point or just didn't get his hands up quickly.
I think his eyes was elsewhere instead of on the ball and lost sight of it, unfortunately. Then we lose about 4 yards and make it 3rd and long again.
Moore started last week, went 17 of 20 passing for 179 yards. Pretty good outing, but did not play a lot last year. Had a couple of times he came in off the bench, but now facing that every week preparation of being the starter.
Yes.
3rd and long. 7-0 Muskies. Bobcats deep in their own territory. Back to pass. Here comes the screen pass. Completed to Valentine at the 20. Cuts it up the field. 25-30. Close to a first down. And Clifford put a hit on him. And then a flag comes in late. That might be a personal foul. Maybe a helmet-to-helmet blow that time as Clifford came in there. And they're going to say that he led with the head that time. And that could be another break for the Bobcats. Let's see what the call is. I don't know the rule in high school in terms of a player being warned, and do they get?
Nope, and there's no warning. If you're leading with your head, it's going to be automatically called at that point in time.
Yeah, and in college you could be ejected for that call. Correct. Is that a possibility in high school?
It can be a possibility, but obviously what we want to do is promote the teaching the game, the safety.
Yes. The Cats pick up their 2nd first down here via the penalty and move out from their own 5-yard line. They're out to the 47 now. Whaley again comes across in motion. I'll hand it to him on the jet sweep right side. Cuts up, and then he'll be tripped up. Gain, short game up the right side. Stopped that time by Ben Larson. Yeah, they'll give him a 1-yard gain.
We have the edge. The lineman was able to seal the edge on the sweep. We just need to be able to sustain our blocks there from the wideouts.
Yeah, it's nice if you got a little more speed and can get there quicker.
Yes, absolutely.
Whaley, just a sophomore, playing a lot of different positions for the Bobcats, both ways, too. That's a big transition to the varsity level. Back to pass, Moore. Steps up, fires it right side, has Moore, David Moore that is, across the 45 of the Muskies and down near the 40-yard line. The Bobcats are going to move the sticks again. So Moore to Moore for more yards.
It was very good crossing out with David, caught the ball, secured the ball, turned upfield, got a few extra yards. Cambridge gets first down. First down on the 40-yard line going in.
So David Moore coming on the short cross underneath as the Bobcats set up 1st and 10 at the Muskie 40-yard line. Tuttle the deep back, takes the handoff straight ahead, wiggles his way inside the 40.
Number 6,
Short game there, Brady Emerson at the bottom of that pile along with Blaze Baker. Bobcats now working on their 7th play of a drive that started at their own 9-yard line. At the Muskie 38-yard line, 4:50 left in the first period. Quick pass out in the left flat, and there's Whaley again. A flag came in, and this time David Moore is going to get called for his hands extended.
Yes.
And that one's going to bring the Bobcats back. So far in this first period, there have been a number of penalties on both teams.
Yes, unfortunately, we had leverage on the outside, defender. We was able to get. We was going to have a nice little pickup, and with David with the holding call, we're going to move it back and have 2nd and long.
The Bobcats' 2nd penalty of the night on the offensive side of the ball. The Muskies, they've had one on offense, a couple on defense, both on this drive. Have enabled the Bobcats at least to change the field position and get it in the John Glenn half of the field. It will be 3rd down, or 2nd and long now. Cats at the 44-yard line. Moore, 5-man look, fires in the slot, and that one over the head of his intended receiver, Trent Valentine. Valentine a week ago, 11 catches for 139 yards, threw a touchdown pass as well. He's a pretty versatile athlete.
Absolutely. It's always nice knowing that whenever you need, a secure catch, you can get it to Trent. Trent can make a play anytime the ball's in his hands. He's a playmaker, and that's what we need to do is continue to feed him the ball at any time.
That time trying to hit him in a seam between the zone and the ball up above his head. Pretty dangerous pass there to go up, but he still laid out there trying to catch it. 3rd and long.
He's not afraid to make plays, absolutely.
Cats again with 2 wides left and right. Now Tuttle shifts into the backfield. He'll be back there with Cody Moore and Trent Valentine all the way across the formation in motion. Moore flushed from the pocket, steps up, not going to have a chance to set and throw. He's going to be sacked. A host of Muskies in the backfield that time. Marshall Tigner back there and several other guys as well. Brady Emerson coming on the blitz, and it will be 4th down. The Cats will be forced into a punting situation for the 2nd time tonight. Trent Valentine will move back into punt formation. Clifford back deep for the Muskies along with Reese Perkins. And Valentine has a little athleticism here. He uses that rugby kick a little bit sometimes. You never know when he might tuck it and run.
I tell you what, I love the rugby punt. It gives you the opportunity when you have somebody with his athletic ability, if you see a crease, take it and go.
High snap. He'll knock it down, pick it up, get rid of one defender, then take it up the left sideline, 50, 40-yard line, and he's not going to pick up the 1st down, but Trent didn't hesitate. Once he was flushed back from the punting duties, he tucked it and tried to pick up as much as he can, and he'll get down to the Muskie 38-yard line where John Glenn will take over.
It's good on John Glenn special teams to be able to converge, because there for a second it looked like he had some open grass that was going to make a big play for us.
So John Glenn leads at 7-0. They will take over at their own 38-yard line. Their 2nd possession of the night, 3:33 left here in the opening quarter.
You definitely can't, Cambridge can't complain. They've had opportunities. They've had the ball the majority of this game. It's just going to, once again, have to be consistent with the offense.
Muskies again, a 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. In the backfield, Williams, the quarterback, hands it straight ahead to Josh Connor. Connor off the right side. On the read play, we'll take it out near the 40-yard line, give him 2 yards on that 1st down carry. And the Muskies quickly line up again. Blaze Baker, Charlie Frick, Caden Harris, J.D. German, and Owen Hively across the front for the Muskies as Evan Williams checks the play and calls it out. They'll again have 3 wide to the left side. That's the wide side for the Muskies. Connor steps up. He'll lead Williams to the left. He'll tuck it and now try to run and get just across the 40. Good pressure that time by the Bobcat defensive front, Cooper Conte, there for the Bobcats along with Cole Mobilini.
Cooper did a nice job shutting the block, converging, making the play, putting it now 3rd and long.
So 3rd and long for John Glenn. It'd be more of a 3rd and 7 nature, and they'll shift the formation to the right side. 3 wides there, including Clifford on the outside. The Bobcats very aware of where he's at. He is a deep threat at all time, an all-state track star. last year. And rolling the white to the right is Williams. Looking deep down the field, fires it short in the right flat. That's completed to Score Perkins, who'll catch it, take it up the right sideline, and let's see. Yes, that's enough for a first down. See how many they give him. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the Cambridge 45-yard line. So a pickup of about 12 there.
Good catch and run by Score. Did a nice job.
So the Muskies' second first down of the night puts them in Cambridge territory with 2:12 left here in the first period and a 7-0 John Glenn lead. Double slot formation. Connor goes in motion to the left. They'll check him there and fire it right back to Clifford on the right side. The bubble screen. He breaks loose inside the Bobcat 40 down to the 30. And that play there shows you his explosiveness. So just a quick flat pass, but he had a quick 15 yards before anybody knew it.
Yes, he did. He was getting ready to turn on another speed, but slipped and fell. And good for us, bad for John Glenn.
There's a lot of fast guys out there, but there's only a few that have that extra gear.
He has that gear, absolutely. He can turn it on. He's not a state champion by accident, that's for sure.
First and 10, Muskies at the Cambridge 30. Leading by 7, looking for more. Direct snap to Clifford this time out of the backfield, set to the 30. Here comes a flag in, and he'll be tossed down. And another flag at the end of that play. We might have offsetting penalties here.
Looks like a clip and possibly a face mask as John Glenn was in a wildcat formation to get the ball to Clifford, and they basically run a quarterback sweep.
Yeah, they do that. They'll get the ball to Clifford a lot of different ways. Deep passes down the field, short passes, and then they'll line him up in the backfield and just either direct snap it to him or hand it to him. And this one is going to come back one way or the other, so there'll be offsetting penalties, and they'll replay first down back at the original line of scrimmage. But last week, Clifford rushed 5 times for 63 yards, caught 3 passes for 119 more. You just have to know where he's at all the time.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those things where if he's in the backfield, we are going to press, play man, and put as many people in the box to be able to contain him, because one little window of opportunity, he's going to take it to the house.
Clifford will line up wide to the right on this play, and a 2-receiver set, 2 receivers to the left as well. Connor in the backfield along with Williams. First and 10. Quick pass out in the right flat, and that is completed, and an immediate hit. Trent Valentine on the coverage that time. The ball completed to Gavin Thompson will be a gain of about 5. So Thompson just a quick hitch. Ball was on him when he turned around, and so was the defender. Coming up on the 1-minute mark in the first period here as John Glenn continues their second drive of the night, leading by a score.
If you've done a good job coaching your quarterbacks when they're able to take the short passes. They give you 5, take 5. It's just as good as running the inside zone or anything and getting 5 yards that way.
3 wide to left. Williams calls out the signals. He steps back with Connor in the backfield with him. Clifford one-on-one coverage to the right. Now Connor in motion. They'll pass it out in the left flat. Score Perkins hauls it into 25 down to the 20 and spun down near the 17-yard line by the Bobcats' Cooper Kearns, and that's enough to move the sticks again and stop the clock with 33 seconds left in the opening period. Pretty nice drive by the Muskies here.
Yes, it is. Very good use of the what Cambridge has given them. Taking opportunities, moving the ball, and being very patient with this.
Score Perkins shifts to the slot on the right side in a 3-man set. The handoff, a keeper up the middle by Clifford as he faked the handoff, and he'll keep it himself down inside the 10 to the 8. Pickup of about 8 on that first down carry. And he just quickly lines up someplace, and they snap it almost before the defense has a chance to make the adjustment. And that will be the final play of this first period. So 1 quarter in the books. As we head to the quarter break, it is John Glenn 7 and Cambridge nothing. Stay tuned. More football on WILE coming up right after this.
Welcome to Homeland Realty, located on Main Street in New Concord. I'm Brenda Millison. Homeland Realty is a full-service real estate agency that can fulfill all your real estate needs with prompt attention to every detail. At Homeland Realty, we make you feel at home. We care about our clients and we listen. Stop by our office or call us at 740-261-9022.
B&B Body Shop and Towing is your partner in safety when it comes to vehicle repair, towing, and battery replacement. From collision repairs to vehicle restoration, B&B Body Shop can handle it. When it comes to your vehicle, it's your car. It's your safety. Don't be forced to take it anywhere else. You may meet by accident, but you'll be glad you chose B&B Body Shop and Towing for your repair center.
Thank you, Alex. Yes, we're back here in McFarland Stadium, and the Muskies on the move and on the scoreboard. They lead at 7-0, and we'll start the second period here with a 2nd down and 2 at the Cambridge 8-yard line. As we start play to begin the second period, Evan Williams back in the shotgun set. Josh Connor lines up behind him. He'll hand it off to Connor straight ahead and into a pile of Bobcats. And a short gain on the play at the bottom of that pile for the Bobcats. Looks like Mason Ogle. And let's see if he got the first down or not. They may bring the chains on to check it. It's close. He had to get to just about the 5, and he's shy of the 5-yard line.
Looks like they're giving him the first down.
Yep. It will be 1st and goal to go as the Bobcats make a defensive substitution. Brett Long into the game, 6'2", 280-pound junior, trying to hold down the middle of that defensive line.
Fill the gaps so they're not able to run.
Emerson checks into the backfield for the Muskies. He have the long touchdown in the first period. Good speed there, and 4 wideouts for the Muskies. They'll run the option near side. Pitch out to Emerson to the 10. Has the 5 and a nice open field tackle. That time Trent Valentine taking the legs out from under Emerson down about the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal. I mean, you can't talk about how John Glenn has moved the ball and scored tonight without mentioning the fact that they did the same thing a week ago.
Absolutely.
Had a 20-0 lead and end up losing that game.
Exactly. You know, I'm looking at the stats from the first quarter, and you've got Cambridge at 24 yards rushing, and you've got John Glenn with 88 yards rushing, and the opportunities that Cambridge has, you know, had, you know, it's still just a 7-0 game, but it seems like we've had many opportunities. The inconsistency has been our nemesis so far today.
We've got 11-14 left here in the second period. Muskies with kind of a, I guess, a mini timeout there. I didn't see exactly what happened. They kind of went halfway to the sideline, got a little water. Bobcats holding their ground on the field, and it is 2nd and goal for the Muskies at the Cambridge 3-yard line. Again, Emerson in the backfield along with Williams. Straight up the gut, hand off to Emerson. The Bobcats coming off the edge that time. And for the Cats, Logan Mopolini came off that outside left end spot, and he was right at the mesh point, and a loss on the play.
Loss of 4 for John Glenn.
Back out to about the 7-yard line. So a big play there for the Bobcats. Moves the Muskies back, makes it 3rd and goal from the 7.
Cambridge still playing a 3-man front even at the 3-yard line, but the lightning stunt by Trent DeVore definitely made a nice play in the backfield.
There's always somebody coming from somewhere when you only have 3 down guys.
Absolutely.
Especially this far down. Emerson comes across the formation in motion. 4 wide to the left. Williams looks that way, fires it in the slot, and has him in. Nice pitch and catch, touchdown there as Reese Perkins cut right in front on a square end of a defensive back, and from 7 yards out, the Muskies score again.
Nice little rub play over there for John Glenn.
So the extra point attempt coming on for Score Perkins as they hustle him in. So 10-29 here in the second period. The Muskies strike for the 2nd time tonight. Perkins getting his steps down, ready to connect here. And the hold there, the kick is up, and that is good. And it will be 14-0. John Glenn on top of the Cats. We'll be back right after this.
Get out to 50-50 tickets. 50-50 ticket, winning number 0311283. Once again, that's 0311283. Come to the press box.
Back in McFarland Stadium. And John Glenn extending this lead to 14-0. Evan Williams to Reese Perkins, 7-yard pass, and the extra point by Score Perkins is again good. 9 plays and 62 yards for the Muskies that time, and they've eliminated the hiccups they had their first drive of the night. No penalties there for John Glenn. And now the Bobcats down a couple of scores here early in the ball game this week in week 2.
Well, right now with Trayvon, unable to play since that first drive, we've been searching for an identity as some form of leader. So we need to have that one person. We need to stand up. They need to be able to start making plays, and the team needs to start rallying together as a team and start playing as a team.
If you're viewing tonight on YRP TV, our sponsors are Homeland Realty, B&B Body Shop, and Towing, General Wholesale, and TK Auto Service. We thank all of them for helping make that possible for you. Another Valentine Insurance kickoff coming up here. Score Perkins getting a workout on that right leg here in the first half. Couple of extra points, and now his third kickoff. And back deep for the Bobcats again. I believe, it's going to be Tuttle and Kearns this time instead of Valentine. And a deep kick. Perkins hits this one, lands in the end zone. He's progressively gotten a little stronger with that leg as he's gotten it warmed up.
It's amazing what the mindset can be, what you can do with the right mindset. From last week to this week, Score Perkins has definitely came in with the right mindset and definitely shows with his performance so far tonight.
Yeah, even his first kickoff wasn't that deep tonight, but he's gotten a little deeper with each one, and he got all of that one. So the Bobcats down by 2 scores here, come out and start their third possession of the night from their own 20-yard line. As you said earlier, the Cats have shown the ability to move the ball, but they've had a lot of penalties tonight that have hurt them.
Yes, absolutely. They've had the opportunities. With John Glenn playing a 3-4 defense, they've been trying to attack the inside, and then obviously, it had success early, but without Trayvon there turning the corner, they're able to converge and make a lot of plays on the edge.
The Cats out of the pistol set again. Play action.
Bubbles
Moore double clutches, looks down the field. David Moore there, and just over his head near the 50-yard line. Cody Moore not far off on that one, but the Bobcats need a big play of sorts to try to get them back in this ball game a little bit, if nothing more mentally, I think.
Absolutely. Coach Lowry, it was a good opportunity right there. We're throwing the bubble as many times as we have. You go fake bubble fade, and there's an opportunity. You just need to put it right there and there. It's been a great, start for this half for the Cats.
Good defense by the Muskies that time. They were not fooled, had it covered well. Parker Zacharick right there. Second down, handoff in the backfield by the Bobcats. That'll be Cooper Kern trying to get outside right. And again, the Cats not getting much done in the running portion of the game since Jeffrey's gone out. That'll be no gain and bring up third down.
You can definitely tell there's been a little bit more sense of urgency with John Glenn. They're able to fly around a little much better. They got a lot of confidence, and that means so much at this point in time.
10 minutes left here in the first half. 14-zip John Glenn. The Cats third and long here from their own 20.
Cambridge in ace formation, 2x2.
Muskies showing a blitz, and here they come. Moore steps up in the pocket and under pressure. He ran right into a couple of Muskies who were coming in there after him. And it looked like Josh Connor, one of them, and Blaze Baker might have been the other.
Cambridge is trying to run a mesh route. Unfortunately, didn't have enough time for him to be able to see the crossing receiver there to the short side.
Yeah, stepped up into the pocket, but the pocket collapsed right on top of him.
Absolutely.
And so the Bobcats' third possession ends as the first two did in another punt situation. Trent Valentine had the last punt attempt go over his head. The punt snap, and so he'll stand back at his 5-yard line this time. Good snap. He'll step into it. Low end over end kick. Clifford takes it on the run at the 48. Inside Bobcat territory. 45, 40, and up the sideline. Just the man to beat. 20, 10. Cuts back, and Trent Valentine with a touchdown saving tackle, and the flag came in right there. And I think Connor, trying to block on Valentine, might have got him a little illegally there, but even though that might move it back a little bit for the Muskies.
It's still momentum that they're going to take at this point in time. Great run by Clifford. Great
field position as the tackle was made inside the 10. If you move them back 10, that's still going to put the Muskies in the red zone. With 8:56 left here in the second period.
Be first down, John Glenn.
So they'll move it back out near the 17-yard line. And I'm sure Coach Edwards will be happy with that return nonetheless. The penalty doesn't hurt anybody. And really the first time tonight that either team has started a drive in the other team's half of the field. This one in excellent position at the Bobcat 17-yard line. Williams with Emerson and a pistol set behind him. 3 wide to the left. Clifford one-on-one to the right in double coverage. And a handoff straight ahead to Emerson. Spins away from one tackler and another, then breaks it to the left sideline, to the 10, to the 5, to the pylon and in.
Touchdown, John Glenn.
Touchdown. The Muskies from 17 yards out, and a lot of missed tackles on that play as Emerson spinning away from a number of Bobcats. And, talking to some of the Bobcat defensive coaches after last week's loss, tackling was an issue then. They missed a lot of tackles a week ago. And
yes.
Right there, you can see that evidence that that's still a problem.
Patrol Payton had an opportunity to come up and unfortunately wasn't able to get to the edge to be able to help seal and make a play. You still want to be able to get him down, even if it's on the 1, give him another opportunity to force him.
Or Perkins on for the extra point attempt. Ben Larson with the hold. And another one. High and true, and the Muskies extend their lead. It is 21-0. 8:45 left here in the second period. We'll be back right after this. Back at McFarland Stadium, it's 21-0. John Glenn extending our lead here. The Muskies, Emerson gets his second touchdown of the night. He's got to be close in on 100 yards.
Right now, I have him for 93 yards.
Yeah, 68-yard run for a touchdown, a 17-yard run for a touchdown. Our scoreboard updates brought to you all night long by AVC Technical Services. Fast PC repairs, antivirus and security products, affordable cloud backups, and much more. Email them at avctech@yourradioplace.com. Valentine Insurance continues to sponsor all of our kickoffs tonight, and Score Perkins, I don't know if they got a backup kicker, but right now, Score's getting a pretty good workout on that right leg, and every kick's been a little bit better than the last one. Bobcats, 2 deep men, Kearns and Tuttle, stand at the 10-yard line. The last one carried into the end zone. This one's going to get close to there again. And actually does. Carries all the way to the goal line and into the end zone. Another touchback. And Bobcats, in their last possession, 3 and out, will be bringing it out to the 20-yard line and hope to try to get something going here in this second period. Cats showed some explosiveness early tonight, Coach, but since that first drive or so, they haven't really been able to get anything going.
No, we've been very inconsistent. Obviously, I think our biggest nemesis is obviously the penalties. We've been able to march the ball, move the ball, but unfortunately, you take 1 step forward, 2 steps back with all that.
Moore will stay in at the quarterback spot. Valentine wide to the right in a 3-man set. And the read keeper by Cody Moore straight up the left side, and that'll have a Bobcat first down. So that's the best play we've seen the Cats run since early in the first period. That'll move the sticks for the first down of the second period for the Cats, and only their second first down, actually third of the night. They've got a couple by penalty as well.
It was good power read by Cody. Defensive end flies out on the running back, tucks it, falls as a guard. Nice run.
Got Cooper Kearns in the backfield with him. And a 2-receiver set this time. Moore in the backfield, takes the snap, quick pass out in the left flat, batted down at the line of scrimmage. Quick hands up that time by Dylan Westwood. And Bobcats had a man out there, quickly open. Logan Tuttle would have had a quick 5-yard gain, if not more.
It was a good call by Coach Lowry. We were calling a levels play. It was wide open. Unfortunately, the lineman didn't get those defensive linemen's hands down.
Got to engage him a little bit.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10. And the flag comes in, movement on the line, and that's going to be against the Bobcats. So somebody just jumping a little too soon. And as we've said already tonight, this is the 3rd of 4 drives that the Bobcats have had a penalty.
Yes, at this point in time, I know that it's a little warm, but this definitely challenges your mindset as far as, are you staying focused no matter how tired or how hot it may be.
Well, instead of 2nd and 10, it's 2nd and 15. Moore, play action, fires it, and that's a pick. And Larson taking it the other way. He's going to make it all the way a pick 6 as he just cut right in front of the Bobcat receiver. Larson that time from about 40 yards out. And that is a pick 6 for the JG defense. And they will extend their lead.
Cody was looking locked on number 3, and number 3 was running a hitch. Unfortunately, a little off target.
And
good
Larson,
play on John Glenn.
Larson playing that middle safety spot. And he was looking at that all the way. And the pass was a little wobbly. It wasn't a hard, tight spiral, but nonetheless, Larson with a nice play on it, broke on it hard, and now he'll hold for the extra point attempt by Score Perkins. So the Muskies scoring 5 seconds apart here. Perkins drilling another one through, and that extends the John Glenn lead 28-0. We'll be back right after this. Back in McFarland Stadium. AVC scoreboard update, 28-0. The pick 6 by Ben Larson extends the John Glenn lead. And Coach Gunn getting his initial time on the radio tonight. And you're talking some coach speak to us a little bit tonight, Coach. We might have to get the telestrator out here a little bit later. I don't know if we got one of those for radio, but that's just fine. We're going to educate people tonight on what that sounds like when you're in the press box or on the field.
I remember how much I enjoyed being up here calling the offense, because you're able to see everything, how everything is wide open. You know where the green grass is. You know what should be called, what could be called. Just now about executing here.
Yeah, it is. It's a different view.
Yes,
that sideline view. Actually, people say, "Man, you're on the sidelines. That's pretty cool." It's the worst view in the place.
It is by far the worst view. You'd rather be in the box watching everything up here.
Score Perkins once again. The Valentine Insurance kickoff. Bobcats haven't had a chance to return the last couple as Perkins got that leg wound up and he's kicking in the end zone. And he'll approach here again and again. Boom, this one high and deep and into the end zone as Tuttle chases it down, but he'll catch it back a couple of yards deep. And once again, the Bobcats forced to start at their own 20-yard line. And
probably
Muskies have scored pretty quickly here.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most overlooked assets is having a kicker that kick it in the end zone, because when you're forcing them to start on the 20-yard line, the statistics of being able to move the ball down and score is very limited, and that's, 2 years ago when we were on that playoff run, 70% of the time Alex Sleeper's kicking in the end zone. It's nice knowing that defense is going to be on the 20 and no further.
Yeah, and you can rest some guys on your special teams knowing that they're not going to have to go in there and run one more sprint down the field.
Yes, exactly. And it's also, it also creates a negative mindset, on the receiving team, knowing you're not going to be able to make a play.
John Glenn has scored every possession tonight. Sometimes even when the Bobcats have the ball, Trent Valentine comes in motion. The Cats will fake it to him, hand it off straight ahead.
That's a nice hit.
And a nice hit that time. Coming up, Parker Zachrick laying the wood. That time to Cooper Kearns. As Kearns took the handoff off the left side, he got back to the line of scrimmage, but paid for every inch that he tried to gain there. Held on to the ball, and that was saying something after that hit. So Kearns will shift into quarterback duties here. Cody Moore will switch places with him at a wideout, 2nd and long. Kearns, the lone back, takes the snap, and he'll keep it again. Straight ahead, spins away from one man, takes it outside, and again, Zacharick comes up and lays the wood. And Kearns just a little slower to get up this time after about a 3 or 4 yard gain as he bounced that one outside. Boy, Zacharick, a 6 foot, 160 pound senior, he acted the last 2 plays like he knew what was coming.
He was not slowing down for contact. He was definitely accelerating through the man, and it was great tackles.
When you got defensive backs flying up that quick, that's got to tell you that the next play you run's got to be a little play action right at him.
Absolutely. Right? If you've got in the box, if they're watching this, it'd be a great opportunity to run a double move.
Turns on another keeper. Check that, or is that Moore? I believe that time he shifted back into the backfield. It was Moore, and the Bobcats will gain about 8 there, and they're going to keep the offense on the field for this 4th down play. You're down 28-0, 6:40 left in the first half. You can't give the ball up again, right?
No.
The Cats check the sideline here.
That's a good opportunity to try and draw them off sides. John Glenn doesn't bite on it.
The Cats, quickly jerked up off the line to check the play call. And now we'll reset, and here they go. 4th down play from their own 28-yard line, and they check again. And there's clearly an opportunity here to try to draw the defense, and then the Cats will burn a timeout.
Strategically a good call, good try. Why not?
Hey, and a disciplined defense that time by the Muskies did not jump. So a timeout on the field. 6:18 left here in the first half. 28-0 John Glenn. We'll be back with more high school football on this AVC Sports Network right after this.
Fourth and 2 for the Cats.
Welcome back to McFarland Stadium. We have 6:18 left here in the first half, and it's been all John Glenn so far tonight as the Muskies have scored 3 times on offense, once on defense as well, and it forced the Bobcats into another punting situation here as the Cats face a 4th and 1. Having burned a timeout, you certainly wouldn't come out of that situation and maybe run a fake here from your own 28, would you, Coach?
You know what?
You wouldn't put it past them.
No, I wouldn't put it past them. But at this point in time, why not? You're down 28-0.
Yeah, you got Cooper Kearns as the up back. And coming out of the timeout, the Bobcats trying to make sure they got enough guys in there. But it's not, they've got a spread punt formation. The deep snap to Valentine. He'll rugby punt that one out of bounds. It'll get it out to about the 45-yard line, but still excellent field position for the Muskies as they have a 4-touchdown lead.
We saw a lot of this last week when Meadowbrook was not. They were kicking it out of bounds just to make sure that Clifford did not have a chance to return.
Now that might have been a little bit of that right there too.
Absolutely, yes. We've seen the ball in his hands enough as far as from a Cambridge standpoint, but yet from John Glenn, it's like keep feeding him.
Well, and the Cats kind of came in thinking if they could contain him, they had a pretty good chance of keeping this a low-scoring game. But Brady Emerson had some different thoughts about that as well, as he scored a couple of touchdowns tonight as John Glenn takes over on the Bobcat 45-yard line here, leading 28-0. Devin Williams, the lone back here in a quarterback set, has 3 wide to his left. That's the short side of the field. Clifford, one-on-one coverage to the right. And they'll look that way. Rolling as Williams fires it out in the right flat and in short. He was trying to get Clifford deep. The Bobcats had Tuttle on him. Pretty good man-on-man coverage that time. A good pressure up front by the Bobcats. Hunter Sofka flushing Williams out of the pocket that time.
There, John Glenn was in a spread and went motion to make it a 4-by-1 to isolate Clifford, trying to get that one-on-one. They've got a speed matchup and also a height matchup against Logan Tuttle in that situation.
Cats trying to double Clifford every time they can, but the Muskies have made them pay for it a couple of times tonight by going to Emerson, who's in the backfield along with Williams right now. 2nd and 10. Check that. Josh Connor in the backfield now. 3 wide to the short side, the left. Handoff straight ahead. Connor pops it to the outside, breaks the tackle with the line of scrimmage at the 40, inside the 40, down near the 30-yard line. And once again, the Bobcats giving up the edge that time. Cole Mobilini making the stop there, but I think, well, they're going to bring that one back, Coach. Another
situation here. Cambridge got bunched up in the middle. He was able to break it outside for a nice gain. Unfortunately, their lineman, somebody's going to get called for holding.
Well, and that happens a lot of time when the play is designed to go up the middle and the running back cuts it outside that block, and as an offensive lineman, your guy starts to pull away from you, you reach out and you grab it.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when you have a blitzing backer. If you're not in the right position, all you're doing is reaching at that point in time, and they get caught.
So that'll take it back to the Muskies 46. Big penalty there that negates what would have been a first down and move the ball into Bobcat, deep in Bobcat territory. Now, second down, call it 19. 4 wide out set, Evan Williams fakes the packs, tucks it and runs, and they'll get a short gain across the 45. They'll mark him down around the 47-yard line on that quarterback draw, bring up third and long for the Muskies. And John Glenn, as I said earlier, they've scored every possession tonight, and with the athleticism and the speed that they have, especially on the outside, they're always a threat. You can't relax even if it's third and long.
Absolutely, and especially with Emerson, standing, taking charge and doing as well as he is there tonight, and obviously with Clifford, Cambridge needs to have a big stop right now because we need to sustain a drive, be able to put some points on right before halftime, and go into halftime with some momentum.
Third and long. Pump fake to the left flat, deep pass down the left sideline, and Larson trying to split defenders. Good coverage there by the Bobcats, and that ball just over the outstretched and diving arm of Ben Larson, and that will bring up a fourth down situation for the Muskies here as they look to the sideline, leading 28-0, and the ball near midfield.
John Glenn ran their
the punt team.
John Glenn ran their version of a fake hitch screen with a streak off of that. And good thing that Latrell Payton was in proper position to be able to make the play and help defend on that.
Emerson comes in. He will punt the ball away. Back in single safety duty for the Bobcats, Trent Valentine, who's certainly capable of taking it to the house at any time as well. He's an excellent return man.
Yes, he is.
Bobcats could use one right here. Emerson, a left-footed kicker, takes the snap, steps into it. High spiraling kick that drives Valentine back to about the 10, and a fair catch called for. Good coverage down the field that time by Reese Perkins, and the Cats once again backed up deep at their own end. We'll have it first and 10, 4:46 left here in the first half. And the Cats trailing 28-0, start at their own 10-yard line. Yeah, when it goes bad, it gets worse sometimes, right, Coach?
Unfortunately,
yes. You can't get a break. You can't get good field position. And the Cats had, as you said earlier, opportunities in their first 2 drives tonight. But an injury to Jeffrey and a couple of penalties on the Cats, and they were unable to sustain a drive and put points on the board. You never know how that early momentum might shift a mindset.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's one of the things that we always want to stress is we always want to be able to, take control of the momentum. Momentum is so important in a game like this. Right now, even though you're down 28-0, you need that one big play. You need that one nice drive to get momentum, be able to help get the mindset right for the kids.
So the Cats take the field, first and 10 here from the sideline. Moore in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off left side. And Kearns not much there as he tried to plant and cut up, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. And again, a host of Muskies in there quickly that time. Westwood, German, those 3 guys for the Muskies, and they only have a 3-man down front, but they've controlled.
They've controlled the line of scrimmage, absolutely. They've done a nice job with their 3-man front playing against Cambridge here.
Moore rolls to his left, flips it out in the left flat, has a man, and again, good coverage. Reese Perkins right on the spot as Tuttle brought it in. And then a flag came in late. Couple of flags, 3 flags come in. And Tuttle got up a bit upset with the way that that tackle unfolded. And it might be on Tuttle, the way he's heading to the sideline.
He took a good shot.
He took a pretty good shot and got thrown to the ground, and then the defender landed on him a little bit. And so he took issue with that. Might have had a couple of choice words for the defender, and within earshot of the officials, that's probably not a good idea.
No, it's not.
Especially when it's loud enough for 3 of them to hear you.
Exactly.
And I guess the question is, was it just one penalty or was it one tacked on top of another?
Well, if it's against us, let's just hope it's just one.
Yeah.
Give ourselves an opportunity here.
Picked up about 4 on the play. And it'd be 3rd down anyway for the Cats. And this was a post-possession penalty, so it would be after the penalty, after the flag. So it will still be 3rd down and maybe half the distance to the goal, unless it was offsetting penalties maybe, huh?
Well,
picking up the flags.
So Cambridge remains.
No explanation.
Nope. So we're going to be 3rd and 6 on the left hash for Cambridge with 4:06 remaining here in the first half.
Cats again in need of a big play here. Justin Bartlett checks in. Cat still trying to get the right personnel formation in place as they check the sideline. Now Moore and Kearns both in the backfield again, 3rd and long for the Cats. Moore taking the snap, rolling to his right, pressure off the corner. Rolls out, fires it up the field, completed to Trent Valentine, does a nice catch and tiptoe up the sideline, just enough, I think, to get the 1st down.
Yep.
Move the stick, stop the clock. So
crucial catch, pitch and catch with Cody Moore and Trent Valentine.
Got about a 7-yard gain, move the sticks, and the clock stops with 3:59 left. Bobcats will flip the formation. 3 wide to the left. Valentine, the inside slot guy. Moore, the handoff straight ahead to Kern, trying to pop it to the outside, gets to the corner, but the defense right there. Zacharick comes up quickly along with Larson.
I'll tell you what, the speed of John Glenn is outstanding. As soon as you think that we have an opportunity to make some plays in the open field, they converge, and it's not just one man, it's a slew of kids playing.
The 2 safeties, Larson and Zacharick, are super quick.
Yes.
Reacting to those any sweep or anything to the perimeter. 2nd down, 10 for the Cat. Back to pass Moore, pump fake, steps up, fires one in the slot, and that was a wobbler that the receiver came back and made the catch on. Whaley will have it out across the 40, giving the 42. So a big pickup there for the Bobcat. From the 23 out to about the 42, they'll get another 1st down, move the stick. That's the first drive the Cats have had tonight where they put 2 1st downs on the board.
Yes.
And 3:09 left to go. High snap, Moore handing off straight ahead. Kern drag defenders out to about the 45. And again, Blaze Baker at the bottom of that pile. About a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7.
3 minutes left. You want to have a sense of urgency, but at the same time, you still got plenty of time to be able to move the ball down and get some points somehow, some way.
3 wide to the right for the Bobcats. Kearns comes across the formation to motion. Check that Tuttle in motion. And that'll be a loss of 1. Kearns is number 9 and Tuttle's number 6. Those 2 look like they're about the same when they start running with the ball. They are about the same size.
Yep. Yes, they are.
Both pretty quick. They both have the same kind of shiftiness when they run. And for 2 or 3 years now, I've called them vice versa and verse versa. Cody Moore on the roll to the right. Flips it out in the right flat and over the head of his intended receiver, that time Tuttle.
Cambridge runs a smash route on the outside. You know, Caden Whaley was wide open. Unfortunately, ball wasn't delivered where it needed to be. So it's 4th and about 7 to 8 for Cambridge.
The Bobcats forced to punt the ball away yet again. This is an 8-play drive that they moved from their 10-yard line out near the 45, but it ends the same way as Valentine comes in. Clifford goes back deep with Reese Perkins. Valentine, high snap, pulls it down, steps into it. Low end over end kick, bounces to 35, inside to 30, takes a Bobcat bounce inside the 25, and that won't be returned. And with 1:53 left, John Glenn will have about 2 minutes to see if they can add on to a 28-0 lead.
to introduce the 2018 Cambridge High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductees.
So from their own 25-yard line this time. That's as bad a field position as the John Glenn's had all night long.
You know, with a minute 53 left, you know, everything in their arsenal is still available. You know, it's just the idea of Cambridge has got to still maintain focus here, keep them in front of them, you know, get them down, get the clock running, and let's get in at halftime.
Stay tuned at halftime. We'll get you caught up on scores around the area. We have the ONN halftime show. We'd like to get back here also at halftime tonight, the Hall of Fame inductions, and if we get fortunate, maybe we can grab one or two of those inductees to talk to us a little bit during that halftime break. Coach Lowry would probably like to try to grab Charlie Ford to get him on the field tonight. He could do that. 1st and 10, Muskies. Back to pass. Williams. Short screen underneath. Emerson has it out to the 30. Good block on the outside. That block was a hold. That's why it was so good, as Trent Valentine, being held, still came up and made the tackle. Looked like Gavin Thompson might have had a good grasp of him that time. And actually, where the flag is, this is still going to be a gain on the play. Flag is about 15 yards down the field. And we'll mark it from the spot of the foul, which was at the 36-yard line, and take it back to the 26. So actually a 9-yard penalty.
Cambridge is in a 3-3 stack defense. Actually, it was a great call to be able to slip the running back out there, give them an opportunity to make a play in the open field.
So instead of 1st and 10, it becomes 1st and 9 for the Muskies. Ate up some clock, and the clock now back in action, 1:35 and counting. Emerson will shift into the backfield. The Bobcats showing blitz and showed it just a little too quick that time. Coming off the edge, Logan Mobilini trying to time it up and got into the neutral zone, so he's going to give 5 more of that back.
Outside. Number 6. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
So 1st and 4 here for John Glenn on the right hash with a minute 26 left in the first half.
They'll go 3 wide to left. Clifford, one-on-one coverage to the right. They'll look to the left side. Quick screen pass out there to Reese Perkins. Works his way all the way back across the formation. Got a couple of blocks and went airborne and put the ball on the ground. And let's see if that is indeed a fumble. They'll call him down. I didn't know if he lost it when he hit the ground or before he hit the ground. And Perkins tried to dive over a defender and got kind of upended at the same time and came down head first. A little slow to get up, but he had a nice gain on the play out near the 39-yard line, and that is a John Glenn 1st down. So a couple of penalties later, the Muskies move the ball. Back to pass again, Williams. And this one, the Bobcats sniffed out. They were trying to work a screen past Emerson on the left side.
Justin Bartlett was sitting there waiting for him, so it was good defense there by Justin and Cambridge at that time.
And Williams that time a heads-up play, just throwing it at the feet of his intended receiver. And stopping the clock with 53 seconds left. And the Muskies still in go mode here, leading 28-0. They're still trying to push it down the field. They have the last possession of the first half. They will also have the first possession of the second half.
You know, at this point in time, you know, we got 28-0. They score one more time. We got a running clock the second half.
Yeah, starting the clock. Williams checks the play, steps back, gets Emerson directly behind him, takes the snap, flips it out to him in the left flat. Emerson trying to get to the corner, takes the swing pass, breaks a tackle in the backfield, and then the defense catches up to him right at the line of scrimmage. Devontae Best, one of the Bobcats out there leading the charge that time. And it will be no gain on the play, 3rd down, and the clock stopped with 45 seconds left.
Those are one of those things where if the kids are staying focused, if by chance he would have happened to drop that pass, it was a lateral.
It was.
You got to jump on that and make a play.
Clifford split wide to the right. Larson comes to the slot right side as well. Perkins and Thompson, 2 receivers to the near side on the John Glenn sideline. Williams now with Emerson in the backfield. 3rd down and 10. And now a timeout as Coach Edwards saw that the play clock winding down, and they'll take advantage of a timeout on the board. We will as well. With timeout on the field, the Muskies on top. We'll take a break and be back in 30 seconds. Back at McFarland Stadium, just 45 seconds left here in the first half. And I tell you what, you're like a German Shepherd, Coach Gunn here, noticing everything that's going on down on the field from this this venue up here. One of the play clocks in the corner down. You know, up until a couple years ago, those weren't even on most fields. But now that they are, it's funny how you can become dependent on technology.
When you are working on your game planning, and as far as when to snap count, if you're on a 4-minute offense, whatever it may be, it's nice having that right there in your face, being able to make a decision on when you need to snap at what point in time.
That used to tell your quarterback, look at the back judge and see when he puts his hand up, right?
Yes, exactly.
When he puts his hand up, you got 5 seconds. Well,
and then you're hoping that guy's actually doing an actual count.
Yeah. I mean, third and long for the Muskies here out of the timeout. Thompson wide to the right. Clifford wider to the right. And Larson in motion that way, back to pass. Williams, he'll pump fake it and then take it up the middle, and the Bobcats catch up to him after a short gain.
Good job by Cole Mobilini, stepping up, making a hit.
He made a nice hit there, chasing him down from behind Tyler Klein. And it'll be 4th down after a short gain. And if the Muskies are going to take a shot at it here.
I would say they're pretty much content.
I know they haven't run the punt team in just yet. And now it looks like they may with the clock winding down.
We're down to 10 seconds here.
10 seconds. If they trying to check the clock and see if they would have to run a play, and the officials are going to say timeout with 2 seconds. So we'll keep it here.
Could be, what they could do, just go ahead, Hail Mary. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, you got options here. You don't have to punt the ball away.
No.
Certainly, and it's going to be the last play of the half, barring a penalty, but take another shot down the field. And a chance to maybe put points on the board here and to kind of totally try to break the Bobcats here before the half breaks. But on the other side, if you're the Bobcat defense, you got a timeout here to talk about all the possibilities.
Yes. Yeah, you want to be able to obviously keep them in front of you, but at the same time, they could be doing a crossing route where they just want to get those athletes in space and try and make a move. And hopefully, from that point in time, you're looking for a defensive, call, to be able to extend the half if you need to.
Bobcats have been particularly aware all night long where Joseph Clifford is, and he hasn't had much action come his way tonight other than a big punt return. But he's going to split wide to the right. But, when you got a guy like Emerson who already has struck a couple of times tonight, just getting him in space in the open field to run is pretty dangerous as well. Bobcats defense backed up in a prevent look here as Williams will drop back, lots of time to throw, steps up, fires it deep down the right side, jump ball for Clifford, and a flag comes in as that ball falls incomplete in the backfield, and they're going to call a hold against the Muskies. Bobcats, I'm sure, would decline this and let the half come to an end.
Correct. Get in halftime, pop the tops, get them something to drink, shake off the webs from the first half and get ready for the second.
Yeah, let's start that halftime clock, head to the refrigerator and get another soft drink. It's halftime, folks, as we head to the break. The Muskies on top of the Bobcats, 28-0. We invite you to stay tuned. Scores from around the area coming up. Our halftime stats and scoring will come up a little after that. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a little while.
Cambridge High School Bobcat Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Homeland Realty, B&B Body Shop and Towing, General Wholesale, and TK Auto Service.
Welcome to Homeland Realty, located on Main Street in New Concord. I'm Brenda Millison. Homeland Realty is a full-service real estate agency that can fulfill all your real estate needs with prompt attention to every detail. At Homeland Realty, we make you feel at home. We care about our clients and we listen. Stop by our office or call us at 740-261-9022.
B&B Body Shop and Towing is your partner in safety when it comes to vehicle repair, towing, and battery replacement. From collision repairs to vehicle restoration, B&B Body Shop can handle it. When it comes to your vehicle, it's your car. It's your safety. Don't be forced to take it anywhere else. You may meet by accident, but you'll be glad you chose B&B Body Shop and Towing for your repair center.
AVC Technical Services. Cambridge and the surrounding area's help for all of your digital needs. Our technical experts can provide assistance with various media and technical services such as PC repair, websites, video production, website design, and more. You can contact us via our website at avctechnicalservices.com or send us an email at help@avctechnicalservices.com or call us at 740-432-5605. AVC Technical Services.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to buffers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
TK Auto Service is the garage that knows how important your time is and how much you depend on your vehicle. They are your tire center for Mastercraft tires and tire repairs, rotation, mounting, and balancing. TK Auto Service offers vehicle maintenance, including oil changes, starters, brakes, struts, shocks, and more. TK Auto Service, just a mile east of New Concord and minutes from Cambridge on Route 40.
Hey, this is Ted with TK Auto Service. Give us a call at 826-4916. That's 826-4916. Make us your repair service for all your vehicle care.
The halftime show is brought to you by Mr. Lee's Restaurant, 2000 East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, serving delicious home-cooked meals.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Jonathan Penalties, lower guard instructor Alex Davis, and led on the field by field connector George Price, we proudly present the 2018-19 edition of the John Glenn High School Marching Band. This year's competition show, titled Paradise, celebrates music inspired by the islands of Hawaii. The show includes We Know the Way from Moana, Over the Rainbow, and Brian Baldwin's The Spirit of Aloha. This evening we will present Part 1, We Know the Way, featuring baritone soloist Gracie Kelly, and Part 3, The Spirit of Aloha.
Welcome to Homeland Realty, located on Main Street in New Concord. I'm Brenda Millison. Homeland Realty is a full-service real estate agency that can fulfill all your real estate needs with prompt attention to every detail. At Homeland Realty, we make you feel at home. We care about our clients and we listen. Stop by our office or call us at 740-261-9022.
B&B Body Shop and Towing is your partner in safety when it comes to vehicle repair, towing, and battery replacement. From collision repairs to vehicle restoration, B&B Body Shop can handle it. When it comes to your vehicle, it's your car. It's your safety. Don't be forced to take it anywhere else. You may meet by accident, but you'll be glad you chose B&B Body Shop and Towing for your repair center.
AVC Technical Services. Cambridge and the surrounding area's help for all of your digital needs. Our technical experts can provide assistance with various media and technical services such as PC repair, websites, video production, website design, and more. You can contact us via our website at avctechnicalservices.com or send us an email at help@avctechnicalservices.com or call us at 740-432-5605. AVC Technical Services.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to buffers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
TK Auto Service is the garage that knows how important your time is and how much you depend on your vehicle. They are your tire center for Mastercraft tires and tire repairs, rotation, mounting, and balancing. TK Auto Service offers vehicle maintenance, including oil changes, starters, brakes, struts, shocks, and more. TK Auto Service, just a mile east of New Concord and minutes from Cambridge on Route 40.
Hey, this is Ted with TK Auto Service. Give us a call at 826-4916. That's 826-4916. Make us your repair service for all your vehicle care.
Square dance. The event will begin at 5 p.m. with ice cream and coffee for sale. At 6:30 p.m.
It's something that we can get him in the near future, so it's not going to be devastating for the team.
Yeah, that's not good news for the Cats certainly tonight, and that'd be something that would take him a while to recover from. But you know, he has that explosiveness. They just don't have anybody else that has that ability. You can put people there that can get you a few yards, but he's got that chance to get a little bit more than that.
He does. He's got that speed. You know, he has run track the last 2 years, and he has really worked on the little things in the offseason to make himself a better football player, and he's worked very hard in this offseason. Had a very good opening game last week, and obviously with his first couple carries looked very good until the injury. It's one of those things where, okay, let's see where we can get him fitted for down the road here, because it is still a long season. Yeah. Don't rush him back into anything we can't handle.
And both teams passed the ball sparingly in the first half, but their passing yards were pretty equal as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at Cambridge. They were 6 of 10 for 70 yards at this point in time, and John Glenn was 9 of 12 for 73. So they're very efficient with what they're doing. It's just that the big plays happen to be more on the side of John Glenn than it is on Cambridge, and this is why we were at a 28-0 score here at halftime.
Yeah, we are at halftime. As we wind the halftime down, we'll take another break, get you ready for the second half of action coming up right after this. Muskies on top of the Cat 28-0. We'll be back after these messages.
Couple score updates for you. Meadowbrook over Barnesville, 20-0. Buckeye Trails beat Cooperstown, 20-7. And Bel Air over Shenandoah, 18-7. Couple other scores, Uniontown Lake over Dover, 27-14. Trident Valley 43, Morgan 6. Shotgun 18, Claymont 0. Union Local 14, Buckeye Local 8.
Back in McFarland Stadium here, getting ready to start things off here in the second half. Bobcats will kick things away to John Glenn, leading 28-0. Kind of the mindset of both teams here coming out. You got that big lead coming out. How does that affect the psyche of John Glenn? Are they likely to start relaxing a little bit now?
I would say with a rivalry game, with the game against Cambridge in this situation, your mindset is if we can put 28, we can play better and put as much on as possible. Cambridge, on the other hand, they're going to have to refresh their memory and start completely fresh and then start looking out and make up some plays. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm talking about at halftime. You know, get after it, make something happen. Let's get that momentum.
Just about to get things underway here. Start the second half of action. Jared Berkheimer will be kicking things off for the Bobcats. All the kicks tonight brought to you by Valentine Insurance on Southgate Parkway. Give us a moment to again thank our streaming video partners tonight, Homeland Realty, B&B Body Shop and Towing, General Wholesale, and TK Auto Service, as we get ready to kick things off here in the second half. Clifford back deep along with Connor. As Berkheimer approaches, he'll shoot this one across the field and pin Connor up against the sideline down here. He'll slip one tackler, a couple more, and up the left sideline. As Josh Connor gives the Muskies pretty good field position to start their first drive of the second half, leading 28-0. They'll mark it at the 37-yard line. As the Muskies will line up coming from the sideline, Evan Williams will lead them back on the field. Josh Connor will stay in the backfield. And a 4-receiver set, 3 wide to the right for the opening drive of the second half. And the Muskies double check the defensive situation for the Bobcats and reset the play. Cats showing blitz. They'll back out of it. Straight 3-man rush. Fire out to the right flat. Completion to the inside receiver. And I think that was Gavin Thompson. He'll have it out near the 44-yard line. Pickup of about 8 on that first down play. Bobcats giving up a lot of space underneath. But the passing game hasn't been the problem for the Bobcats tonight.
No, not at all. Cambridge still in a 3-man front. John Glenn's a 3-by-1 offensive set. Pressure from the edge.
Blitz again. A quick pass out in the left flat. Again completed out there. This one to Larson. He takes it up the left sideline. Good blocking down the field. And Larson will move the sticks into Bobcat territory down around the 36-yard line. So 2 quick short passes. And the Muskies in business again here. $11-19 still to go here in the third period, and John Glenn picking up right where they left off in that first half.
John Glenn in a spread formation. Cambridge still in a 3-man front.
Hand off. And it looked like maybe a little bit of a face mask in there too. Is trying to get outside right side was Connor, and he cut it up and right into the teeth of the defense. One of the defenders of the Bobcats got a hand out there and brushed the mask, and that'll be enough.
Cambridge did a nice job, you know, converging on the ball. Unfortunately, we're going to give up, you know, the penalty. Once again, they've got the momentum, and it's just little mistakes.
Yeah, Bobcats have some decent speed defensively.
Yes, we do.
And they swarm the ball pretty well, but it's a little deflating when you do that and then give up the penalty first down.
Yes.
So that'll move the Muskies down near the Bobcat 20-yard line. It'll be first down.
Okay, John Glenn's going to remain in the spread formation, 3 into the boundary.
Again in motion, Connor across. They'll fake it to him this time. Look down the left sideline. One-on-one situation. Ball thrown over the head of Reese Perkins and out of bounds. Good coverage that time by the Bobcats with Trell Payton.
Yes.
And second down. And Muskies, they keep the pressure on you. They're not backing off at all here. They're running the full offense.
Well, you know, you sit there, you spend all week practicing. It's been hot all week, and you don't plan on working on a prevent. Doing the basics here. If you can still score points, you're still going to go and attack. It's still early in the second half. Play to win still.
Second and 10, probably trying to get to that 35-point margin and get that clock running.
Yes, once you get to 30, then it's going to be a continuous clock.
Again, Williams out in the left flat, fires it out there and misfires on this one, threw it away from Larson, his intended man.
Larson, number 10. It's a third down 10 for John Glenn.
And it will be third down and 10 from the 22-yard line. You know, it might even be one of those opportunities to score Perkins the way he's been booting the ball tonight. You might want to try to set him up in a field goal opportunity here. He's certainly shown this kind of range.
It would be great to make sure that they continue with that scoring, you know, with his confidence he's got, you know, this week, continue to add for it. It'd be great for him and the team.
And the ball straight up the middle. Connor in from 22 yards out. And once again, the Bobcats, some shoddy tackling a couple of times tonight.
Yes.
And you know that they've had a couple of successful plays right up the middle of that Bobcat defense, and that one leads to another quick 6.
Inside zone, nobody was there to, put a hand on him. Unfortunate to start the second half that way. Now it's 34-0 with an extra point coming by score Perkins.
That'll make it 35 if he continues his streak. 5 plays and 73 yards on that Muskie drive. And again, Perkins booms this one through and lights the scoreboard up again. 35-0 John Glenn. We will be back right after this. $35-0 here at McFarland Stadium with John Glenn. Letting everybody have a chance to get into the end zone tonight. That time, Josh Connor from 22 yards out extends the lead here in the third period. And again, the Bobcats at this point seem to be outgunned a little bit. The defense back on its heels. They've given up a couple of big plays, a couple of untimely penalties. And when you have a young team that's struggling like this after a close call a week ago, and the Muskies maybe coached all week of how they gave up a big lead and maybe let one slip away from them, you got two teams heading in different directions right now.
Absolutely, but I was just sitting here thinking about how, I'm sure Coach Edwards and some other people are sitting there thinking, what could it be at this point in time if they was able to, pull out that win last week. Now you're looking at possibly going 2-0 instead of being 1-1 going into week 3, which is against their rival, I believe, which is Sheridan.
Perkins gets a lot underneath this one, doesn't kick it as deep, and gets it to Tuttle back at the 10-yard line, and he races up the left sideline out near the 45.
Good return by Logan on the left side.
I think a flag came in, though, right towards the end of that. There might have been an illegal block on the Bobcats, and that's certainly been a penalty problem tonight. The Cats have had a number of offensive penalties as well as a few on the defensive side of the ball.
Once again, it's just one of those things where you feel like, okay, we're going to catch a break here, we're going to have a big play, and that's going to be negated.
The penalty marked off from about the 40-yard line takes him back near the 37, or check that, 33. And even with that, that's one of the better starting positions the Cats have had tonight. The kicking game for the Muskies has really pinned them deep a lot tonight.
Cambridge comes out with an ace formation.
That pistol look, a handoff to Kearns, makes a nice move at the line of scrimmage and runs right into the hands of Emerson, who rides him down after a gain out over the 35 to close to the 37, so almost 5 on that first down play for the Bobcats. Clock continues to wind here. 9:22 in the third period and a running clock at this point as the Muskies ahead 35-0.
Cambridge still in the ace formation. They're running the power read.
And
Cody Moore keeps the ball, goes up the middle. We have
another
another
flag comes in. Bobcats again. Probably going to get called here, and indeed that is the call. Cats across the front, not particularly huge on the offensive side.
No.
You know, they go 210, 200, 225, 195, 200, and you know, you might say, well, that's not small, but by standards these days, that's certainly not big offensive linemen.
We haven't really for a while been blessed to have a large, you know, group of kids as far as size-wise, but you know, the kids that we do have do give the best that they have, and it's always nice to see that effort.
Moore flips it out in the right flat and score. Perkins puts the hammer down on Tuttle that time as he got there exactly at the same time the ball did. And I don't know how Tuttle hang on to the ball. He did,
yes,
and it's going to be a loss on the play back inside the 25-yard line near the 23. But, wow.
Score played that very well. Great tackle, and great for Logan to be able to keep a hold of that ball.
Yeah. It's a nice effort both ways. Certainly
yes.
For Score to be in the right place at the right time, but how that ball didn't come out is a little magic on its own.
Cambridge in a lunge formation.
Third and long, trips receivers to the left. Pass out there to Tuttle again, catches it, hauls it in. Here comes another flag, and
they're going to call David Moore for a holding.
And it's been a comedy of errors tonight for the Bobcats. Every time that they've had anything positive happen, it seems like, especially at that whiteout spot tonight, that's probably of their holding penalties. They've probably had about 3 of them on the outside.
Yep, it's one of those things where he engages well. It's just that he's not moving his feet, and when you're going up against somebody faster, you have to make sure you negate that by stepping on his toes, keeping in front of him, giving a guy, the receiver, a chance to make a play, make a move.
Yeah, the initial contact is one thing, but you got to continue to
sustain the
shadow that guy and
yep.
And at least keep your body between him and the ball carrier.
Yep. The effort was great. Unfortunately, we got called for the penalty.
Second one of this drive for the Bobcats, and there isn't a play anywhere in that playbook designed for a
no
third and 20. I know you've looked before.
It's still not there.
Yeah. Well, the Bobcats go in the wrong direction here. A drive that started at their own 33. Now back to the 23. Long pass down the middle of the field. And they had a man. Tuttle once again split defenders.
And was open.
And he was open.
Yes,
and that ball just a stride out in front of him. And a well-thrown ball that time, but falls incomplete. And the Bobcats into a punting situation once again.
And one thing to keep in mind, if people's not, up to date on as far as the running clock, even with an incomplete pass, the clock is still going to continue to run at this situation. So really, from Cambridge standpoint, it's not going to hurt them to be able to throw the ball, because no matter what the situation is, with a 30-point deficit, it's going to continue to run at this point in time.
5:40 and counting. Valentine on the rugby kick. Takes several steps to his right, pooches it down the field, gets a good roll, and it's going to turn out to be a big kick. Almost a 40, 45-yard kick as it finally goes out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. 5:29, clock will stop as they reset everything. And the Muskies will have pretty good field position at their own 36-yard line, leading 35-0.
Even at this point in time, being down 35-0, you're still wanting your leaders. You still want your kids to be able to do what you're coached to do and be able to fine-tune some things, make the best of the situation at this point in time.
Yeah, 5:19, and that clock winding up again. Bobcat showing blitz from the outside, both sides. Williams will take the snap. Actually, Parker Zacharick in at quarterback this time, and pitches it back. Short gain to the short side of the field going left. And that was Emerson that time, number 2. That they'll say got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So Parker Zacharick a week ago, 5 carries for 8 rushes, was 5 of 8 passing for 84. As the Muskies trying to get their number 2 quarterback a little game time action tonight as well. 2nd down and long. And the keeper straight ahead. Zacharick again out to about the 40-yard line, give him about 3 or 4 on that play. You know, we've seen Zacharick with a couple of big hits on the defensive side of the ball. You'd think he'd be one of those running backs offensively to grab it and start looking for somebody to run into.
Exactly. You know, they ran their own version of the power reading and was able to get some positive yards here. Now puts them in a situation where 3rd and medium, an opportunity to take advantage. Continue to move the sticks, because it's not going to take much time to be able to get to the end of the game here, as we're now at 3:53 here in the 3rd quarter.
Letting that play clock run down and then call a quick snap with it inside 5. And Zacharick on the keeper, round right into the 40, 45, 1st down and more into the Bobcat half of the field. Finally chased down by Cooper Conte, and Parker Zacharick, pretty nifty run that time. He looked like he was going to go down after a short gain. Instead picks up a 1st down and keeps it moving at the Bobcat 46-yard line.
John Glenn gets a good seal block on the edge, which enables him to roll to the right. Nobody was open, had a lot of green grass in front of him, and he takes advantage of it.
Keeps that clock rolling as well, down to 3:10 left here in the 3rd period. Cats again showing blitz. Again, Zacharick takes it off the right edge, and that's where the Bobcats brought the blitz from. Got stuck inside. Here comes an 8 flag in again.
Unfortunately, we get another face mask call on David Moore.
That's he's got one on both sides of the ball now. And, you know, at what point, coaching-wise, and you know you hate to single anybody out individually, but when you have a guy having a bad night, and how many penalties on an individual player, you know, would you say, okay, that guy just, you know, that's enough? You
know what, the thing though I've seen with David is the effort is there. It's just unfortunate that we got these situations. It's not like this is a flagrant situation, you know, so why punish the kid? He's given good effort. Unfortunately, we're getting called for some stuff, and it's highlighted because the fact that we're down 35-0, it seems worse than what it is. He's going to give a great effort no matter what's going on.
Yeah, your hands being out away from your body like that, crazy things happen.
Yes.
Hand off to Emerson. Nice defensive play. Cole Mobilini coming from inside out, and a nice play also by the Bobcat, Justin Bartlett, who had a pretty good angle, and the 2 of them team up to bring Emerson down for a loss on the play of about 4.
You know, at this point in time, you're under 2 minutes left. When are you going to start taking some of those guys out?
Yeah, well, that was a question I had coming up too. You know, you got both teams looking to get some young kids in the ball game as this clock starts winding down, and you know, when does that time come too?
Right.
You got 8 more games on your schedule. You don't want to see somebody get hurt late in this one.
You got your rival coming up. I know you want to be able to create that, you know, mindset, you know, as far as, you know, to get over what happened last week. They've done that.
Williams trying to hit the jailbreak screen that time to Clifford. And again, the Bobcats tonight have done a pretty good job on Joseph Clifford and not let him be the guy that has beat him defensively. But, you know, the Muskies have shown that they're not certainly a one-man team. And
correct. This is definitely a very solid team effort by John Glenn. So, you know, great for Coach Edwards and his staff and having them prepared to be able to play here tonight after last week. But the big thing is last week is last week. You have moved forward. And they've done that.
Can't change last week.
No, not at all.
3rd and 13 for the Muskies. 48 seconds left here in the 3rd. Back to pass is Williams. Look down the middle of the field. Has a man there. Reese Perkins hauls it in and backs his way in there. And, boy, one of the Bobcats just, I don't know if he was going for the ball. I couldn't see who that was. It went kind of at the ball and missed the ball and the man. And I think it might have been Tuttle or Kearns that time that had a chance. Maybe to hit Perkins just as he was getting to the ball. The clock winds under 20 seconds. And the handoff straight ahead. And Connor will bull his way into the end zone for his 2nd score of the night. From about 4 yards out. And the Muskies tack on another 6.
That was a good line surge by John Glenn, little Muskies. Cambridge comes in with some pressure up the middle, and they were able to keep their feet moving backwards. And they walk into the end zone.
It's been all John Glenn tonight. Their third period score, and Connor's second touchdown here in the third period. An 8-play, 64-yard drive. And the Muskies trying to extend their lead here. Score Perkins. Have to get ice on that leg tonight. And as he drills yet another extra point through, 42-0 John Glenn. We'll be back right after this. McFarland Stadium, just 9 seconds left here in the third period, and a running clock here, so we'll have the kickoff and probably get to the end of this period very quickly, and then into the fourth period as John Glenn leads at 42-0. All of our scoreboard updates tonight brought to you by AVC Technical Services, and all of our kickoffs courtesy of Valentine Insurance on Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. And I think both teams want that clock to run as fast as possible right now.
At this point in time, yes. If we can get out of this without anybody else getting hurt, move on to the next week, play the next play the next game.
And Perkins. Good. Not only can the guy kick, he's had a couple of nice plays tonight on the offensive side of the ball. We've seen a couple of big hits defensively.
You know, I know Emerson is having a very good game tonight, but Score Perkins. You know, you talk about somebody who has a lot of confidence tonight, and it's showing. He's playing great tonight, offensively, defensively, and special teams.
Kicks it to Trent Valentine on about the 15, takes it to the left sideline, breaks a couple of tackles up the left sideline, and out near the 50-yard line. Trent Valentine showed you what he's capable of doing if he gets some open field. But you got to give the Muskies credit tonight. They haven't given Trent very much to go with.
No, Trent has not, been able to, he hasn't been involved in the offense. We haven't been able to try and get him the ball as much as we probably like to. There's been times where we had pass routes where he's been open. Unfortunately, we haven't had either had time or unable to see him.
That's the final play of the third period as we head to the fourth. The Muskies in command, 42-0. We'll be back right after this.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to buffers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint, along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
TK Auto Service is the garage that knows how important your time is and how much you depend on your vehicle. They are your tire center for Mastercraft tires and tire repairs, rotation, mounting, and balancing. TK Auto Service offers vehicle maintenance, including oil changes, starters, brakes, struts, shocks, and more. TK Auto Service, just a mile east of New Concord and minutes from Cambridge on Route 40.
Hey, this is Ted with TK Auto Service. Give us a call at 826-4916. That's 826-4916. Make us your repair service for all your vehicle care.
Number 32, Skylar Lacey.
Period. Bobcats open it up by handing the ball off to Lacey right up the middle, and again, not much there. As Tyler Lacey goes down for a 2-yard loss off that left side, and that's been an issue tonight too. Since Jeffrey left the game, the Cats just really haven't had any kind of consistency across that front offensively.
And you know what's really surprising is that John Glenn has controlled the line of scrimmage with 3 down linemen.
Yeah, and Lacey brings it outside right side that time, gets a little running room, picked up about 5 as he got to the corner. hard runners, but you know, some people you just got to have speed when you're trying to get to the outside. Makes that play just a little bit more effectively. He'll step out, and the Bobcats get Latrell Payton into the ball game. Payton, 6 foot, 165-pound junior, third and long. Cooper Kearns under pressure, flush from the pocket, gets up the right side to the 50, inside JG territory where Blaze Baker drives him out of bounds right about the first down marker. They'll mark him just shy of it, and with a running clock and down 42-0. Looks like the Cats may go for it.
Well, at this point in time, they need to get a first down, get some momentum. Let's get something out of this here with 10:23 left in the fourth quarter.
4th and 2. Payton will flank Kearns to the right side and lead him up into the hole. Kearns, a little hesitation move, then hit at the line of scrimmage. Larson right there to stand him up and drive him back. And his forward motion is going to get him close, at least according to the near side line judge. Baker there as well.
Cambridge was running a quarterback lead.
Yeah, the official, the head referee says no, he didn't. And that's going to turn it back over to the Muskies on that 4th down turnover. So 10 minutes exactly remaining in the ball game. John Glenn will resume control here. And as you said a moment ago, we'll see at what point both teams start to get in some fresh jerseys here.
Because both teams are going to have tough games here next week. I believe John Glenn plays Sheridan, you know, which is going to be a big rival for them. And then Cambridge is going to travel to Carrollton, which is going to be a daunting task for them for this coming
get on the road. Still looking for your first win. So the clock wound into play, 9:48 left to go. Both teams with their starters in. Emerson in the backfield along with Williams. 3 wide to the short side here. Handoff straight ahead. Emerson hesitate, tries to pop it outside right side. And he'll still get a few yards, and then a flag comes in late again, 2, 3, or 4 of them, and I think another face mask, probably on the Bobcat defenders. Bobcats had a couple of defenders in the right place. Logan Mobilini, one of them. And he might have gotten his hand up in the face mask a little bit. And they'll, from the end of the play, mark off another penalty against the Bobcats. Cats have given up 3 first down tonight via the penalty. So Emerson will step out. Josh Connor's already got a couple of touchdowns tonight. Back in the game. 8:35 and counting left on the fourth quarter clock. 42-0 John Glenn. Williams passes it out in the left flat. That's completed to Reese Perkins. Puts a couple of moves on inside to 30, down near the 23-yard line. Reese Perkins, some nifty moves there for the 6'2 junior. That's a big target.
Yes, it is. It's nice to be able to have something like that. You know, can complement the other receivers they already have. And if you're playing a soft corner, you just throw a simple little screen out there and take what you can get.
Yeah, and he got about 15 and another first down. Down to the 23-yard line. And the Muskies on the move again, 7:50 and counting left in the game. Williams steps back, calls for the snap, hands it off straight ahead. Connor breaks one tackle, and then finally one of the Bobcats grabbed the hold and hanged on. It was like J.T. Swank maybe at the bottom of that pile. Got enough of him to stop his forward motion. And it will be second down and about 6. And the Muskies got a player limp off. Number 56, that would be Dylan Westwood. He's played a nice job, done a nice job tonight defensively. And at this point in the game, you don't want to see anybody.
No, not at all.
Get hurt in the waning moments of the ball game.
You know, a lot of times the kids who are going both ways, especially on the interior line, do not get the notoriety of the work. It's every snap they've got contact.
Connor straight ahead again. Cole Mobilini, first contact that time, along with brother Logan. But a nice gain of about 5 for Connor, who's doing all the he's doing the dirty work here tonight. Late second half between the tackles, trying to run the clock down. And
he's doing a very good job putting the shoulders down and keeping the feet moving and just moving the pile.
Case Wilson checks in defensively for the Bobcats. 3rd down and a yard as Connor takes his seat on the bench, and Wes Ellsworth checks into the backfield. 5'10" sophomore, 165-pounder on 3rd and short. Williams takes the snap, runs the option to left, pitches it out to Ellsworth through his hands, and he got
call
planted.
that an incomplete pass.
I thought it was a pitch backwards myself. And yeah, the officials called it incomplete, but that certainly looked like it was going backwards. And that'll, instead of being out of bounds about the 17-yard line, that incomplete pass moves it back up to the line of scrimmage. And let's see. Here comes Score Perkins, and maybe a field goal attempt. So we've seen Perkins tonight do just about everything offensively and defensively here, and as well as he's kicked the ball, this will be a 31-yard attempt from the left hash, and he certainly had that kind of leg all night tonight.
Yes, he has. Definitely within his range. It'd be, once again, continue to build on his momentum, his confidence that he's had this entire game.
Perkins from 31 yards out awaits the snap. It's a good one to hold down. The kick is up. It's certainly long enough. And it is good.
Great kick.
So Score Perkins tacks on 3 more with 4:54 to go, and it makes it now 45-0. John Glenn. We'll take another quick break. Back with more football right after this. Back at McFarland Stadium, 4:54 left here in the 4th quarter. A game that has been owned by the Muskies since early tonight. They scored once in the first period, 3 times in the second, a couple of times in the third, and now a 31-yard Score Perkins field goal to go along with his 6 extra points tonight. And Mr. Perkins had a very busy night with that right leg, tacking on 9 total points. That's a big night for a kicker.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and I know I've mentioned it multiple times here, but I just can't get away from the fact that, you know, the confidence that he has, and with the games that they're going to have in the MVL, you know, definitely he's going to be called upon down the road in great situations that he can be able to, you know, take advantage of.
We're just under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. And probably at this point, I don't know, you might expect both teams to let the JV players finish this one out.
Yep. Even though they'll be playing tomorrow, they can get some time in right now.
Yep, get it wound up a little bit as Perkins comes on again. And last couple kickoffs, he's gotten them high but short. He hasn't been able to get them into the end zone. Tuttle and Kearns back deep for the Bobcats. This will be a squib kick that bounces a couple of times, takes another bounce, and finally picked up deep. It looks like Trent Valentine actually got this one. He'll get it up to about the 24-yard line. And the Bobcats will have one more offensive possession at that spot. So the clock continues to wind down there. 4:24 and counting.
Still looks like Cambridge's first offensive line is still going to be going back in the game.
Yeah, the Cats will send them back out there. Devontae Best, Cooper Kearns, and Logan Mobilini in the backfield. So some of the skill guys for the Bobcats shuffling around a little bit. See some different jerseys defensively for the Muskies as well as the Cats run it straight ahead. Mo Bellini right up the middle and into the secondary. One of the best runs of the night for the Bobcats. That'll move the Sticks first down of a pickup of about 14. Logan has had a couple of nice plays defensively tonight. He'll get a second try carrying the ball. Big hole on the right side across the 40. Takes it down around the 45-yard line. Played Barclay on the stop for the Muskies. Give him about 7 on that first down carry. And a flag comes in on that carry. It looked like Caden Kenworthy maybe on the carry. And Kenworthy will take it for the first down, and then maybe a face mask too, as he kind of got jerked backwards, or is that going to be holding? Yeah, they're going to call holding on the Bobcat once again. And we belabored this point tonight.
The amount of penalties that we have.
That's the 6th holding call on the Bobcat tonight. And there's not many things you can do to overcome those kinds of mistakes.
No.
Back to the original line of scrimmage on the keeper, Kearns right straight ahead, pops it through to the 50, and he's going to take it to the house. Cooper Kearns, 61 yards. And no flags on the play, and the Bobcats finally get on the scoreboard.
Cambridge runs the power read, reads it well, runs hard, is able to break away for a nice run.
Kearns from 61 yards away, and with 2:40 to go in the ball game, the Bobcats finally get the goose egg off the board. So 3 plays, the Cats go 76 yards, and Evan Hannon comes in for the extra point attempt. Kearns with the hold. It's good, and Hannon got a lot of that one and kicks it true. 45-7. John Glenn. We'll be back right after this.
Get on board. 45 for John Glenn, 7 for the Cats, with 2:40 to go in the game.
Back at McFarland Stadium, Bobcats finally get on the scoreboard, although albeit late in this one when it's already decided. 45-7, Cooper Kearns capping off the Bobcat drive that time. A 61-yard run, big play for the Bobcats. As Kearns finally gets him on the board, Evan Hannon tacks on the extra point. And so the Cats an opportunity here to kick it away again. And the Muskies, a lot of clean jerseys on the field, and one of the last vestiges of real grass that the teams get to play on, right?
Yes, exactly. You know, therefore, for many years, the only grass we play on is here at home, and every time we travel, it's going to be on turf.
I believe that'll probably continue to be the case this year. Barnesville, one of the few other places that has grass field, is little onside kick attempt by the Bobcats at that time. Horkheimer pooches it, and the Muskies youngsters up front handle it well, and that Valentine kickoff doesn't cause any damage to anybody. 2:38 left to go in the ball game, and the Muskies should probably be able to run this one out with a snap just to get that clock moving.
Yes. At this point in time, you're trying to figure out, making sure you get certain, some kids in the game, get get them some reps in here, and then at the same time,
who's in charge of making sure there's 11 out there right now?
What's
right?
that?
I said, who's in charge of making sure there's 11
I would say
out
Coach
there right
Moore is down there making sure that they have 11. If not, he's going to be letting them know about it.
In late game substitutions, you want to get kids in the field. You want to get everybody in when you can, but you got to make sure that you do that in a somewhat of an organized fashion, and you got people in the right places.
Exactly.
I've seen a couple of guys that you just shove them on the field and say, stand still.
Yep.
Stand right there. You're a receiver on this play. And up around the right side. And that's going to be Wes Ellsworth again. This time Ellsworth will get it up the field for maybe a yard gain. That'll get the clock moving in the right direction once again. Down towards that 2-minute mark. Like Anthony Perkins in at the quarterback position for the Muskies here. Perkins and Ellsworth back in there. And again, Ellsworth straight ahead, and he'll pick his way forward. Pick up a few. Seth Kobe maybe on that stop for the Bobcats. 1.5 left. Pick up of a couple there. 3rd down and about 6 for the Muskies, who are going to move to 1-1 on the season. The Bobcats 0-2. And with a lot of football left ahead of us this year. Third down for John Glenn here. JV's in the ball game. Handoff left side. Ellsworth trying to get to the corner. Nice defensive play by the Bobcats that time. Teaming up for the Bobcats. Swank. And it looked like Bartlett again. Bartlett's made a couple of nice plays tonight in the sub role.
Bartlett has improved a lot from last year. He's put some time in, and I've heard nothing but great comments from the coaches about his progression through the offseason.
Half a minute left in this one. 4th down and 10 for the Muskies and 16 on the play clock. They're probably going to let this one go right down to the final seconds before they snap it. They're not showing any signs of running in a punt team. And at that point, with this point in the game, that would be a lot more confusion than would be necessary.
Correct, that is true. Call a timeout, get things organized.
And with 9 seconds to go, we'll see what the Muskies bring back out. We'll take a break and catch that final play right after this. Final play of the game. Anthony Perkins is going to take the snap. He'll step back, take a knee. Well, and it won't be the final play of the game. I thought he might run around a little bit, but it will be. I think both coaches have kind of said, you know what, I don't know if we need to run one more play. And the officials will go ahead and put the clock in play anyway. And that indeed is going to do it. So maybe by mutual agreement, they just let it run.
Yes. I tell you what, real quick here, one thing that needs to be noted, Marty Matthews and his staff from the city, they need to be, notarized. The field looks good. Everything looks good. The paintings and everything. They do a lot of jobs behind the scenes that nobody really recognizes. And they do a good job each and every year.
I walked on the field before the game. It was a nice, clean, fast track. It looks good. I know they had some issues with the field this summer trying to get it seated properly and and get the weeds out, and they had to start over a couple of times to get that done. But certainly the guys at the park are to be commended, and everybody that works on the field. Looking good for game one. Unfortunately, the Bobcats on the football side of it still have some work to do. On the short end of a 45-7 score tonight, John Glenn picks up their first win of the season. They'll move to 1-1 on the season. The Bobcats dropped to 0-2. We invite you to stay tuned. Our post-game report coming up as we'll close out this 45-7 Muskie win right after these messages.
Welcome to Homeland Realty, located on Main Street in New Concord. I'm Brenda Millison. Homeland Realty is a full-service real estate agency that can fulfill all your real estate needs with prompt attention to every detail. At Homeland Realty, we make you feel at home. We care about our clients and we listen. Stop by our office or call us at 740-261-9022.
B&B Body Shop and Towing is your partner in safety when it comes to vehicle repair, towing, and battery replacement. From collision repairs to vehicle restoration, B&B Body Shop can handle it. When it comes to your vehicle, it's your car. It's your safety. Don't be forced to take it anywhere else. You may meet by accident, but you'll be glad you chose B&B Body Shop and Towing for your repair center.
AVC Technical Services. Cambridge and the surrounding area's help for all of your digital needs. Our technical experts can provide assistance with various media and technical services such as PC repair, websites, video production, website design, and more. You can contact us via our website at avctechnicalservices.com or send us an email at help@avctechnicalservices.com or call us at 740-432-5605. AVC Technical Services.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to buffers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
TK Auto Service is the garage that knows how important your time is and how much you depend on your vehicle. They are your tire center for Mastercraft tires and tire repairs, rotation, mounting, and balancing. TK Auto Service offers vehicle maintenance, including oil changes, starters, brakes, struts, shocks, and more. TK Auto Service, just a mile east of New Concord and minutes from Cambridge on Route 40.
Hey, this is Ted with TK Auto Service. Give us a call at 826-4916. That's 826-4916. Make us your repair service for all your vehicle care.
Thanks, Alec. Back here at McFarland Stadium, Bill Fury and Coach Kevin Gunn here wrapping this one up, and it was all John Glenn tonight, 45-7 as the Muskies hit early and often tonight. Brady Emerson got things started early on, a 68-yard TD run in the Muskies' first possession, and in just 3 plays, the Muskies seized the lead. A score Perkins extra point made it 7-0, and the Muskies really never looked back. Reese Perkins, a 7-yard pass from Evan Williams in the second period. Emerson, a second touchdown run from 17 yards out. And then a 40-yard interception return by Ben Larson sealed the deal in the first half. It was 28-0 at halftime. John Glenn on top of the Bobcats, and it didn't slow down much in the second half. Josh Connor added a pair of touchdowns in the third period, one from 22 yards out, one from 4 yards out, and then Score Perkins capping it with a 31-yard field goal with 4:54 left in the ball game. And that made it 45-0 before the Bobcats would add their lone score of the night. Cooper Kearns from 61 yards out. Evan Handon's extra point made the final a 45-7 final, as the Muskies now 1-1 on the season. And the Cats will move to 0-2 on the season as well. And as you know, statistically, we said at halftime things looked pretty close at that point. But certainly that third and fourth quarter, even with a running clock, the Muskies able to pad those stats a little bit as they move the ball up and down the field pretty well.
Going into the season, the question was whether or not, John Glenn, what type of offensive line they were going to have. And and after watching, some last week and obviously tonight, I would say their interior line has really, been able to establish themselves, and they're on the right track. I think they did an outstanding job there tonight. Controlled the line of scrimmage on the defensive line with 3 personnel, 3 down linemen, and it made it really hard for Cambridge to be able to establish some type of inside run.
Yeah, the Bobcats struggled inside tonight running the ball. They had one big run there, and that was at the end of the game. And with subs in the ball game, the Cats got Kearns loose, but it was a struggle. And if you're going to step back and throw the ball all the time, you're inviting the defense to tee off on you. And it kind of got to that point tonight. Cambridge certainly not as effective tonight throwing the ball as they were a week ago. Really, they struggled in their pass protection a little bit. Mm-hmm. And when you become when your attack becomes unbalanced and you have to do one thing, you're allowing the defense to dictate to you what you can do.
Well, you take a look at last week, they were, very efficient from a passing game standpoint because they had a good running game. So, they complemented one another, which means it puts the defense in a bind as far as, you can't really pin your ears back and, and be thinking that they're going to be one-dimensional. Now, tonight, it was just one of those things where once Trayvon went out, that running threat was limited. And, we were trying to find an identity without Trayvon, and we were very inconsistent. And it was one of those things where we were moving the ball, and then we'd have a penalty. It was just one of those things where, like I said before, you go take 1 step forward, take 2 steps back, and it was just hard to, gain back that momentum, any type of established consistency. And I said from the very beginning, Cambridge needs to be consistent when it comes from the offensive standpoint so that defensively they can then focus on getting to the ball, making plays, and so it's not just defense on the field all the time.
One of the things that stood out tonight a lot for the Bobcats was their inability to execute in the penalties that they had. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you kept track of how many penalties they had tonight, but it probably, I have them unofficially. I can count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I might have missed 1 or 2, and that's both offense and defensively. And that's just a lot of penalties and a lot of yards, but also gives the other team way too many opportunities.
Oh, and with the athletes that John Glenn, that they have on their team, that's one of those things where you cannot give them those type of opportunities. You need to keep the ball away from them. Your best defense against a John Glenn team like that is to be able to have a sustained offense, to be able to keep them, at bay.
You're listening to our post-game report brought to you tonight by AVC Technical Services. Check them out for fast PC repairs, antivirus and security products, affordable cloud backups, and much more. AVC Tech at yourradioplace.com. Each week, Dirty Dog Pet Salon sponsors a play of the game. If you were paying attention tonight, there were a lot of plays of the game for the Little Muskies. One coming very early. So Dirty Dog Pet Salon can have your dog groomed down there at Cochran Avenue in Cambridge. As Brady Emerson set the tone early on tonight, just 3 minutes into the game. He busts one for 68 yards and gave the Muskies a lead they would never give up. And we have a couple of local pizza places that award players of the game for each team. The Bobcat player of the game sponsored by Crino's Pizza of Cambridge. We'll get a large one-item pizza, 2 liters of pop. Call Crino's Pizza of Cambridge in the Dewey Avenue Centers, 740-432-2200 for pickup or delivery. And we're going to award that one on the strength of his 61-yard late run. Cooper Kearns picks up a pizza there and maybe some refreshment to replenish the liquids he might have lost tonight. And on the John Glenn side, there was a coin flip there. There's a lot of guys there tonight that played well. Brady Emerson, certainly a couple of touchdowns, nearly 100 yards rushing. I don't know if he ever did get over that 100-yard mark. He had about 90 at halftime.
He had about 95.
Just never got many opportunities in the second half as the Muskies had a big lead. But, he set the tone. Josh Connor had a couple of scores. But Score Perkins, John Glenn's player of the game tonight, sponsored by Wally's Pizza, New Concord. He'll get 4 slices and a can of pop. Score, congratulations there. Score more, Perkins. Isn't that his middle name?
Yes.
Great job kicking tonight. Score the kickoffs, how many went into the end zone, and he perfect on his extra point attempts, and then you cap that off with a 31-yard field goal and a couple of big hits defensively, a couple of catches on offense. Mama can be proud tonight.
Yes, she will be.
And she won't get any of that pizza. Well, Coach, I appreciate you helping me out tonight, stepping in. Certainly a different perspective, and your task tonight was a lot. I don't know if I'd say easier, but it was a lot different.
It was very much different, but I tell you what, I really enjoyed it. I've always respected, listening to you on the airwaves, throughout all the years, and being able to be here with you. I appreciate it, and thank you for the opportunity.
Hey, thank you. Amy and Adam, we want to thank them on the TV side there, getting everything squared away here and getting us on the air. Hopefully you enjoyed our broadcast tonight too, whether you listened and watched streaming online or with your radio here at the game. We appreciate it, however you did. And once again, for the AVC Sport Team and Adam Rose back at the station, Bill Fury for Coach Gunn. Final tonight, 45-7, Muskies over the Bobcats. Until next week, everyone, good night.
Cambridge High School Bobcat football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Homeland Realty, B&B Body Shop and Towing, General Wholesale, and TK Auto Service. This has been a presentation of AVC Sports.